know. Benny's an independent that's been fucking us all over this whole time. Whoops. We don't know.
It's Camarilla.
You don't
also,
know,
Emmett,
to be fair.
What?
I said you don't know that, to be fair.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's also why I wanted to torture him back when we messed
We're
up.
live.
So, hi, how's it going out there, everybody?
Hello.
We've been having some paranoid, delusional fantasies over on our end of things because we're the Sabbat, and that's what we do. My name is Zed, and I am the ST for this here, the Sabbat portion of the Crusade of Thorns.
Woo!
Which we have been coming rapidly towards the closing of. This is the second to last episode for the Sabbat side of things. Then we'll...
I'm not ready.
I'm sorry. After this... Too bad. After this... obviously we have the Anarch game on Tuesday over at Soul Bear RPG at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. The Camarilla game Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Then one more round of these games the following week. And then there will be an extra special Q&A episode. So details will be following and also posted on Twitter, and I think have probably already been posted on Twitter. But
The 28th.
cool.
Do viewers get to ask us questions?
Whoever asks questions gets to ask questions. So do please try to pass out that. Oh, hey, hi, hey. Someone made a noise. So do please try to. Wait. Tweaks? Is that it? Tweaks. Oh, Tweaks. Thank you. So do please try to fill out the Q&A form as soon as you can. Get your friends to do so, or whoever's been watching, etc., etc. Alrighty, so this here is, I know it's going to be a fairly busy day. Hello, PDX Pints. Thank you very much for joining the party. So this is going to be a fairly busy day, but I think you guys are going to get some cool stuff out of it.
Well, Zed, who are we sponsored by?
Oh, yeah. I suppose I should probably do the rest of my responsibilities.
Sorry.
No, that was really good. That was very subtle. Very subtle what you did. We are sponsored by So Nerdware, which is a sweet website where you can go to find some pretty cool nerdy wear. It is
Including the deal with all the modern shirts.
yeah, it is also where you can go to find information, or rather to find cool welcome party merch for all of our games, or at least an awful lot of them. And our most recent and most amazing addition is the Dalewood Oleo Margarine t-shirt. My good golly, it is magical. So
real.
it is real. Someone should post the link in the thingy. But we are also here. We're not so much sponsored by, but we're here to help assist Rainbow Railroad, which is a fantabulous organization that is designed to assist members of the LGBTQIA community get from places that are hostile to their existence to places that are much less hostile to their existence. And I'm not talking like... I don't even want to get into it necessarily. It's not like, oh, people around here are mean to me, I need to move. We're talking like,
I will be murdered for being myself.
Yeah, all my friends are dead. Please help me. Right? It's very real and very shitty situations in a lot of different places. So, if you feel the urge to send money our way, in the form of bits and such during the show, we would actually generally prefer that you send bits to Rainbow Railroad. Now, if you would really like to send money our way, the additional option has recently become available to become a Patreon subscriber, this is new for us, but I'm going to put the supporter page up for just a moment. So real quick, we've got Bria, Britt Knowles, Chris H, Fallon C, Forgotten Reams. That is correct. Sorry, I naturally correct it in my head. But Forgotten Reams, Hans, Jack, Michelle, Swordfall, Thanran, Mia in Midair, Bisonic Kevin, Mets Girl Michi, Michael Wayne, Leona, Slam B, Shogun, Nerdy Teddy Bear, Celts, The Bardic Knot, Wild Engineer, Zan, Drew, Nina, and Wyvern's Wing, who are all...
Music is overpowering you.
The music. Oh, the music starts when I do that? All right, I'll have to keep that in mind. But yeah, please do take a look at that, because there's going to be some cool stuff up on there. So, I will keep that in mind with the music part. But otherwise, back to the game. The thing we're all here for. And the thing that is, I think, the more interesting part of what we do. Oh, do we just want to start off with the gore warning?
It's a safe assumption.
Seeing as our recap will be full of it.
Okay, so we have a stock standard gore warning, but at this point in the games, I feel like you probably know what's going on. But just in case you're new and you stumbled your way in and you're like, oh, what are these random people here with their kind of crazy costuming and why does it seem like there's everything is sharp? The answer is this. Sabbat, well, Vampire in general and Sabbat specifically, is a game of adult themes and content, and part of that, for us anyway, is a certain amount of gore and other violent effects. If that sort of thing fucks with you, please check out the Sabbat game, or the please check out the Camarilla game or the Anarch game. Although mostly just the Camarilla game these days. The Anarch game has gotten. No, are they all getting bad?
No one's near as bad as
on a long enough timeline, all vampires become bloody. So, but regardless, if that's really like something that's gonna squick you out, then please look away, hide your children, etc. So, all right, someone please recap us.
I can do it if no one else wants to. Okay, so
I want to hear the Eddie recap.
Oh, right. This was the right hand mission. So what we did was we knew that we had to do a monomacy out in the desert. Monomacy is basically when one Sabbat is pissed off at another Sabbat, they challenge them to a fight to the death or the first man down or whatever the rules are. The rules were set.
A very special hug.
It was going to be a fight to the death. It was going to be between Ivan and Belmont Hubris, who is a super big asshole who kidnapped Ivan and tortured him with Dalewood oleomargarine.
Super big cool guy, you mean?
And other things. And he has a terrible little ghoul that we all
very hate. Cool now.
And so the fight was set. We decided we weren't sure if this was going to end in simply a fight between those two, or if the right hand was going to try to do something sneaky and try to kill us. So we were half preparing to kill them too. So what we did was we went to the hospital where Ivan works, and we all basically buffed the shit out of each other because a lot of us have abilities to do so. We drank a lot of each other's blood, did a lot of fucked up shit, ate a couple of innocent people and nurses probably, and then left the hospital looking beefed and yoked and went out into the desert. When while we were getting buffed, Isaac was very, very upset that Roxy had left him staked, so we had to kind of talk Isaac down from ripping the room apart or whatever he was going to do, but we were able to calm him and talk to him. I liked that role play. That was pretty good. And then we went out into the desert, and then the fight happened, and it was awful. So it was a fist fight between Ivan and Belmont Hubris, who are both not fist fighters, and they're both very squishy, thin gentlemen.
No punches were thrown.
No punches were
thrown. No punches.
Well, that's not true.
One was attempted to be thrown.
Oh, yeah, but it was very pathetic.
And as soon as the fight began, the right hand was watching, we were watching, and as soon as the fight began, Ivan transformed, as he was preparing to do the whole time, into a 12-foot tall seraphim, which is essentially an angel with 6 wings
Fleshy wings.
made of flesh, shaped like feathers and shit, but skin. Think like skin stretched over an angel statue or something. And
Don't
I
forget
guess at
about
the
the
end,
big toothy mouth in roughly the torso area.
yes, a giant
Repeating
toothy
the
maw
word
in the torso area.
unholy over and over again.
Yes, which spoke
Unholy.
only one word, which was
Unholy.
unholy, as he approached Belmont Hubris. And I guess the ends of the wings had like nails or teeth on them or something, because
Oh,
then
it was all just like razor sharpened.
then just very razor sharp bone or some shit, and descended upon Belmont Hubris, who I think tried to dig a hole to get away from him.
Yeah, he started digging a hole.
Surgically removed every bit of his skin and flesh, cutting all the nerves, making it as excruciating as humanly possible in a span of probably a few seconds, basically ensuring that Belmont Hubris lived a lifetime of pain and agony in such a short amount of time. And then as soon as he was done, simply let his wings extend as Belmont Hubris evaporated into ashes. I'm sorry. We collected his ashes in some shoes, some fashionable shoes.
That shows.
One of which we sent to Ming, I believe. And then we proceeded to have a Valkyrie with the right hand, whose captain, who's basically Danzig, but isn't. Conrad Heller invited us to a Valkyrie. We all drank each other's blood. It was real weird. But now we're all like friends, I guess. Frenemies. But we have joined forces, perhaps in order
We're
to
now
bring them
anime
together.
rivals.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's some
They-
information.
Make no mistake, they are the Gary to our Ash in this Pokemon situation. They are the fucking Garys. So they're not like cool, but we're cool with them right now, if that makes sense. And so we are now ready to go and I guess bring hell to the rest of the city.
Well,
We got
I think
Emmet.
Oh right, and we
forgot-
won Emmet, who is a terrible little ghoul with a very thick accent, who we all hate very much, but he is
Yeah.
now ours. So perhaps
Well, Ivan.
Thank you.
he's now Ivan's. So perhaps we will grow to love him as we did Sebastian, or eat him as we almost did.
You see,
We-
there's
we
one
should
thing
inquire-
you've forgotten, though,
What?
Evan. Our downtime actions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes,
Immediately
Because
afterward.
we had buffed up not only for the possibility of having to fight the right hand, but we had captured the previous night some police officers and gotten some good information from them.
and probably drunks and homeless people.
Yeah, well,
Basically, whoever we could get our hands.
yeah, but we probably also maybe went into a police station and maybe
Wiped out a bunch of
stuff
people.
up. Yeah, but like we also definitely made a ton of shovel heads and dumped them all over the city. If you watch
So,
the camera.
so ST Fiat a little bit. Less of the police station stuff, because that would have had to have been done live, and we just didn't
Okay.
have the time
all right,
for it.
fine, no police station.
So I do apologize for that. It would have been sweet.
Was it
Yeah,
like homeless
but-
people?
But in the end, yeah, you found enough people, several of whom had already been in the tuberculosis hospital, which is how you got them infected in the first place.
Nice.
Yeah, and TB is spreading. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Oh,
you
it
guys,
sure is.
you guys made about 35, 20 of which you sent to Beverly Hills. You've got 15 in reserve that you still haven't done anything with, that you can sort of make choices about. But otherwise, yes, there is a cat here. But otherwise, just to let anyone who's still curious about this know, so a shovelhead is a vampire, a disposable vampire. You go, you make them. Typically, you make a bunch of them. You keep them all hungry. You don't feed them anything. And then when night falls the next night after you first make them, they rise up and are ravenously starving and insane, and will go about smashing and tearing at anything that they can get their hands on. And so you guys managed to put together about 35 of them all told. 20 were sent up to Beverly Hills. And if you would like to know the fallout of that choice, check out this week's Camarilla game, because they're going to be dealing with that.
I was
'cause-
going to say
all
their
20 of them-
was
all 20 of them.
20s.
yeah,
Seem to find their way right there.
Hotel.
because that was their cliffhanger ending for this last session. So,
Question about the system: If I made a shovel head, would he have the same feeding preference as me?
no. So the way shovel heads function is they count as if they are panders or caitiff. They're clanless.
Yeah, I'm clanless because I don't know my sire, not
Right.
because my sire was clanless.
You were
Right.
basically like a shovel head that has.
I
survived.
was basically a shovelhead.
Yeah.
And that's
I did
actually a
not put that
fairly
together just now.
fairly common thing, like a fairly common sort of personal thing to have happen in the Sabbat, is that a number of their people started as shovelheads and then just simply didn't die.
That's fucking awesome.
They earned their place.
Yeah,
They're terrifying.
yeah. So a shovelhead does not inherit anything innately from their sire most of the time. Sometimes they'll exhibit an in-clan discipline, but most of the time they act as if they were clanless, and then can exhibit other traits should they be taken under the wing of their sire after the fact.
So if I made shovel heads, would they not physically change if they didn't know?
They probably would, at least some, but maybe not all the way.
Just go full out.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not
maybe it
like
looks like
whether
they're
or not they know, but
confused,
it's
and
just
that's
it's
it.
got something to do with the care and feeding of a baby vampire.
Hmm.
You don't raise them.
Intention to continue.
You don't
Hey,
raise them
that's
right. They
working.
end up like Isaac,
Thank you.
tearing people's faces off.
You say
Okay,
like a bad
then-
thing.
Then so we've released a bunch of fucking shovelheads in the city. We have been spreading tuberculosis just for an extra fuck you to everybody that lives in this city. We fought the shit out of Ivan beat the shit out of Belmont Hubris and devoured him or just destroyed him. I'm pretty sure. Did you eat him?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
he was
Diablerized the
definitely
shit out of him, right? Good. Okay, so there's that too. We've been Diablerized.
Blurry.
All of us have been eating.
Ballerina.
Everyone except me and Gianna at this point.
Don't worry, we'll get it. And then I don't know. Did I miss anything? I think we're on our way back home now, right?
Yeah.
We went home.
We should inquire with the right hand to see if Belmont had anything actually useful of his that we can have.
We did eat.
Oh, we have
Like a
Emmett.
car,
I'm pretty sure.
like a lighter.
Anything Hubris had is Ivan's.
Yeah, and I'm
Well,
saying,
that's a
if you have
question for
anything
Emmett.
useful, because all we've gotten so far is Emmet.
And shoes.
Oh, you mean like items wise?
Yeah,
I thought you meant like info, because I remember Conrad Heller saying like he didn't really tell us much because he was nuts.
Yeah.
You get a spare plaid suit, a broken microphone with no cord. You get a
He's
series.
fucking Malkavian.
You get a small stack of index cards held together with a rubber band. Each index card has on it either a nearly impossible trivia question or a diagram, a shittily drawn like stick figure diagram of some kind of horrifying trap, usually involving like a stick figure with an arrow and then like say a buzzsaw or a shark or something to indicate that the stick figure would end up in the whatever it is.
The world will miss this man's brilliance. All right.
yeah. This
I don't say that.
this detached
Flipping
microphone
through.
could be used as a bludgeoning weapon, so it's more useful than Emmet.
Oh,
I disagree. Emmett can also be used as a bludgeoning weapon.
Oh, you're right. Never
Yes,
mind.
pieces of him at least.
All
Emmett,
right,
how
Emmett's
big are your
gonna be in
arms?
the
Show me your
car
arms.
with
Wave your
us.
arms.
Oh yeah, Emmett is in the car with us.
yes.
Are we driving back home?
Yeah.
Not-
I guess.
All right. I am not speaking. I am in the back seat directly behind Ivan. Are you in the front seat? Like the front? I imagine you a front seat guy. I imagine you always call shotgun. I don't know why. That's just in my head.
No, Ivan is currently sitting in the back staring at Emmett.
Yana is a front seat kind of gal. She calls shotgun.
Because this is later that same night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Eddie
Okay.
is just staring at his feet, waiting to go home.
Emmett is he starts out by trying to look anywhere else, but eventually, as panic gives way to fear, gives way to just awkward silence, he attempts to fill it. So he will, and for anyone else who is curious, Emmet is the ghoul, meaning a human-fed vampire blood, often treated as sort of property / a servant class of Belmont Hubris. Belmont being dead and defeated in a formalized duel, Ivan now owns him. Emmet is tall, thin, red-haired, wearing a powder pink suit, and although at this point it's quite dirty, ripped all over the place. He's got a bolo tie with a piece of jade in the center, and cowboy boots. And Emmet will look at Ivan and say, "Okay, so I suppose I'm owned by you now? Is that how this works? Do I?"
Yes.
Okay. So Mr. Hubris, he used to make me do all kinds of things for him. I'm actually pretty good at an awful lot of stuff. What do you think you might be needing?
I will keep this very simple. And a ripple goes across Ivan's face.
Yeah.
It's still the same night.
Yeah.
You will be useful, or you will cease to exist.
Okay, that's actually basically the same deal I had with Mr. Hubris.
Now tell me everything you did for Hubris.
Oh, okay. So for Mr. Hubris, I used to help him set up his traps. I used to help him gather contestants for shows. I assisted with script writing, production. I was really pretty good at building sets by the end of it. I at this point I could probably build you a pretty functional death chute, basically. Like a slide, but with traps spread throughout. I also got pretty good at making or rather tying up nooses and other means of murdering people. I also sorry, I'm pretty good at sewing.
Interesting. That will actually be useful.
Well, thank you. I do intend to, make myself as useful as I possibly can. I did very much love Mr. Hubris. He was very nice to me. He taught me an awful lot of things, and he did give me quite a lot in return. But at the same time, I understand that, he did have a tendency to rub people the wrong way, and a fairly strong personality that not everyone quite got along with. So I'm very glad to be under new management.
Ivan,
Yes, Gianna.
does he know anything useful for us?
Just look at Emmet. You mentioned during the early parts of the discussion this evening that you had been ordered to do things by the rest of the pack.
Yes?
Tell me more about those things.
Well, Mr. Heller liked to have me go out and find people for them to eat. He felt that I interacted with other human beings a lot better than they did. Although I think mostly he just liked to try to get me out of the house. But Mitzi, she liked to have me go with her on personal shopping visits. She said that I had a good eye for couture, is what she said. The word was couture. I don't know. I just like frilly things. Are you looking for something specific? Because
Deanna's going to turn around and stare at Emmett and go, "How did you all know to go find those Camarilla to bring to that game show?"
Oh, Mr.
Useful information.
Mr. Hubris, he used to be able to just kind of put himself into a trance for a good little while, and then when he would come out of it, he would just give me instructions, and it turned out he was pretty much always right. I don't exactly know how he did it. I couldn't do it myself.
I'm going faster and faster because I'm tired of being in the same space as Emmett, so I want to get home as soon as possible.
Did he tell you other things that he learned, or did he just tell you to act on whatever he saw?
He just told me where to go and what to do. Sometimes he'd write the directions down. Sometimes he'd just tell me if he thought that they were, pretty simple. But I don't really know exactly how he found the information that he found. It's possible he found his information some other way, and then he just made up all the visions. But that's at least what he told me. And I did see him do it a couple of times, where he would just sort of sit down and close his eyes, and then he would start vibrating a little bit. And then when it was done, he would tell me what to do.
Interesting. And you have experience wrangling, I think is the word. Shovelheads.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's really just the same thing as when I get people for y'alls to feed on. It's just that then you give a little bit of it back, and then I got to knock them out and wrangle them up, put them in a cage.
Good. We will have some of those for you to manage.
Okay. I can do that.
Yes, you will.
Are we home yet?
Yes.
And I think you will make a lovely gift.
Gift?
And Ivan will just sit back.
Well, thank you, I guess. I've never been called a gift before, but, except by my mother, who said that I was God's gift to her.
Emmett, look at Ivan.
Yes.
He was telling you to shut up. Use your eyes, since you still have them. And Gianna will turn back to the front.
Emmett will close his mouth very tightly, but also look sad.
Aw. Guys,
He's not Sebastian. I don't care.
he made the Camarilla eat kittens.
Let's just put him in the trunk.
He did make the Camarilla eat
He
kittens.
did make the Camarilla eat kittens.
That was pretty
the thing
brilliant.
That was the
Ivan
only
is
thing
still
he
loving every bit of that.
That happened on the Camarilla game, by the way.
Those tasty, tasty kittens and puppies. Yeah, that is the noise that they made while you were eating them. Grrr.
It is the sound that you made. Like,
All right. Stop taunting the chat.
Sorry, chat.
Love you, Leona.
So yeah, as soon as we get home, I'm gonna go find the much more tolerable ghoul and see what he's brought us.
And he was sent out to go get what again?
His
The family.
Ah, yes, his cousins.
Cousin.
Cousin Nico.
Yes.
Really waiting
We
for
go
that.
bowling.
No, please.
I'll actually go with Isaac.
Okay.
I'm curious too.
I mean, Ivan is going to find Sebastian as well.
Okay.
Okay, so are we all going to find Sebastian?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
You don't have to go. You don't immediately see Sebastian, but you can tell from outside the lobby is fucking packed.
Yes.
There are about 40 people all jammed into the lobby. Some of whom are standing around just sort of milling about. Most of them are smoking. Several of them are drinking just from straight bottles of vodka. There's
We're going to need some juice boxes to be able to. give
Did you say
blood to all of these.
40-40?
Like 4-0?
yeah.
Oh, damn. Okay.
There are several people who are like sitting down on milk crates. Like you don't know where the milk crates came from. There's a chicken. There just is a chicken. And it's just sort of like freely walking around the lobby. Every once in a while, it'll kind of flap up into the air and squawk
like owning the
before
room.
falling
Like
back down.
It's working the room. Like it
Yeah.
knows it's the boss. Got
Yeah.
it. Like it. The chicken stays.
Gianna smashes down the chicken.
Ah!
There's no one is wearing anything that could be reasonably considered fashionable clothing. Everyone is wearing browns and grays and blacks, and they all look like they just got off the boat from the old country. No one in here is speaking English.
They have come here for a better life, you guys.
What
Oh, are they all speaking Russian?
Most of them are speaking Russian, although there is a small pocket in the corner that is speaking something that is not Russian, sounds Russian-ish, but is not Russian.
Okay, no one speaking Italian.
No.
I didn't think so, but
What is it in case I speak? Okay, better question. Is it German or French?
No.
Cool. Interesting.
Although
Okay.
the fact that you speak German and Russian means that you're catching portions of it. Every once in a while, you'll catch a cognate or
Ivan,
two.
You probably, considering how many mortals we need to give blood to right now, you should probably send Emmett to go get us some snacks.
Well, Emmet is not leaving sight yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Maybe Sebastian has been really forethoughtful about the situation, but not likely. And also brought us food.
Yes, just walk through the crowd.
Everyone here is excited. You hear snippets of conversation, people mentioning things like, "Oh, I'm very happy that I finally have a job. Wow, this lobby is really nice. We don't have anything like this where I'm from." People talking about how they're happy that they've finally found the American prosperity they were promised. Things like that.
I don't understand any of that, so I don't feel bad at all.
Gianna just follows Ivan through.
Hello, Ivan.
Okay, so you guys are trying to find Sebastian in the mess. Sebastian, you find him in his office. He is animatedly conversing with someone in Russian. Ivan, I think you're the only one who speaks Russian, so you understand that. Here's Ivan's side of the conversation. I don't care how many chickens he owes you. Get the donkey out of the back lot. No now. No now. But all of that in Russian. The other guy trying to say, but he owes me 35 chickens. The donkey should be mine. I need the donkey here so that he can... And it just keeps going until eventually...
I'm sorry. Is he arguing with Rolf from Ed, Edd and Eddy? He asked me for chickens.
I think he's now.
Until...
They're trading animals like currency.
Hello, Eddie boy.
That's my horse.
So I would come up kind of... Oh, they froze a bit. I would come up behind this person that Sebastian is talking with. Is this person giving you trouble, Sebastian?
And Sebastian will switch to English. Excuse me. Pardon me. My accents got all messed up. No. Thank you very much, sir. I have got this. And he switches back to Russian. And he says, if you don't get that fucking donkey out of the back lot, I will turn you into its cousin. It will fuck you, and you will die from pain. And then he switches back to English and he says, I believe I have handled the situation. And the guy
wants to look at this guy's face.
And the guy, wide-eyed, like, stops for a moment and then just turns around and leaves.
He's growing up so fast. I love it. Remember when he was
deep
such a
in his withered, monstrous heart, Ivan proud.
It grows 3 sizes that day. Your heart is a little bit bigger.
Most
Evil heart.
It's being all weird.
I'm so proud of my boy.
My boy, my baby boy.
All right. So, sirs and master, I have brought to you as many cousins as I could get hold of, as well as cousins of cousins. I do not know everybody here. I know that one and that one and that one, and then the rest they they all claim to be relations of mine, but those in the corner, no one even knows how they got here. I recruited for you. Hey,
Did a wonderful
Sebastian.
job.
I hope it's okay. I'm sorry.
Sebastian.
Yes. Yes, yes, master. Thank you very much.
I have a present for you, and gestures to Emmet.
You brought me car salesman?
This is Emmet. He used to belong to Belmont Hubris.
Oh, hello.
Now
Hi.
that I have eaten Hubris, he belongs to me. I am gifting him to you as a turning gift.
Is thank you very much. This is big night for me. I appreciate everything.
You have served quite well, and you shall be a credit to Clan Zemitzi. And now, look at all your retainers.
Everything you need done, you have others to do and assist you with.
I pledge my future and life to the Sword of Cain. I promise to do my very best to you in all ways.
Fucking goddamn right you do.
Yeah, I like pat him on the back. I'm like, yeah.
We will help you and teach you. But we have a big night tomorrow night. And you must be ready.
Of course. We'll be. Always.
Gianna turns to Ivan.
And we shall do this properly in the chapel.
Sebastian is doing his very, very, very best to hide the fact that he is crying a little bit.
We'll burn that emotion out of him. It's fine.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his weakness. I never want to see that together.
So I'm gonna go over to the crates where we have alcohol. We put those down in the basement. I'm gonna just grab a couple and set them on the counter to like distract these peasants while we do important stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, we have plenty of rooms for them too.
Yes.
Did you
Do we
say
have
rooms?
anybody checked in right now?
Rooms.
Oh, rooms.
Do we have anybody checked
What
in
did you
right
think
now?
I said?
I thought you said looms. I thought you were turning this into a garment thing. Like,
Oh, I misheard wombs, and I was like, I mean, with enough fleshcraft.
From one kind of sweatshop to another.
Oh.
That's the Sabbat. All right. Oh.
Do we
How
have
many
anyone
flashbacks
checked
did you want?
into
I
the
made
rooms?
Yes.
The
Are there any
hotel?
are there any tenants in the rooms right now?
No, the hotel has been
Okay. Good.
It has fallen on hard times from an economic standpoint, but all of the construction is finally finished.
Sweet.
Nice.
I will like kind of try to make groups as they're getting ready to go to the chapel and like go, you all can stay in this room, you all can stay in this room, you all will stay in this room, and kind of like let them know that they will be staying here.
Unless you
Gianna.
physically move them, not a one of them understands a word you're saying.
I will move them.
Gianna, let Sebastian handle it.
I thought we were taking Sebastian away.
Yes, let him sort this out first.
Gianna hands all of the keys to Sebastian and goes, well, I tried. You're better at this.
Sebastian looks at the keys
Speaks the language.
for a brief moment, looks a little bit dejected that you messed up his key sorting system, but does not say anything about it. He then calls the three people he'd sort of pointed to earlier as being his actual cousins, calls them over, distributes a portion of keys to each of them, points to like different groups of people, and then rattles off a series of room numbers. So it's fairly clear that what he's doing is saying, you get those people, check them into these rooms. You get those people, put them in these rooms. You get those people, put them in these rooms. And it happens in a fairly orderly fashion, except for the random guys in the corner, which Sebastian has to go over to himself. Isaac, you have a question?
So the basement is done, which means the chapel moves down there. Would Sebastian or someone have cleaned up the old chapel so that it's not a crime scene anymore?
Yeah, Sebastian was pretty busy this evening.
Awesome.
I'm in the old chapel.
The old chapel is empty.
It's just a
I'm in that
room
room.
now.
It is an empty room. It has not been converted into a sleeping
Yeah.
quarters
I
yet.
assume it's still pretty stained with blood and stuff all over the place.
No,
That-
actually, it's been scoured to the baseboards.
However, they probably still did put people in there because we have 40 people in like 12 rooms.
Yeah.
I thought we were putting all the shovelheads in the basement.
Yeah,
We
but
have
there's
all
also
the
the chapel.
cousins.
There's a lot of space in the basement now.
Oh, is it big?
Oh yeah.
Hey, DDM.
Ivan has had plans to use that for like a full medical lab. So there's a surgery suite. There's some shit.
All right. I guess I'm going in the
It's a
basement.
nightmare factory.
Yeah, Gianna will go to the old chapel first, open the door, see it empty with Eddie, and go, Sebastian did really well this evening. Eddie, it's been moved to the basement.
Yes.
Eddie,
Close the door. And he
Gianna-
goes back to just staring at the wall.
Gianna closes the door.
The room will
And
open.
she opens it again and goes, we're going to make Sebastian. Are you coming?
Who's making Sebastian?
Who do you think is making Sebastian? Are you coming?
Tell Ivan I want to see him when he's done.
As you will. Shuts the door. Gianna goes down to the basement chapel.
Yeah, Roxy wants to see a vampire maid, so she has already picked the best seat in the new chapel.
Nice. There are actual little like stone pews down here. There's like there are 4 tiny little stone pews. They're not very big. They hold like 3 people.
Order on that actually.
Yeah.
Bone pews.
Bone takes longer, and you didn't have them yet.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't have it yet either. Good point.
Yeah. The stone ones look like they were stolen perhaps from a park.
We couldn't find any construction crews that would do that.
Yeah.
That would make bone
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah. You have to make those. But so there are like 4 little stone benches set up like pews, and then there's a wooden lectern set on a table, possibly stolen from a school or some kind of community hall. But it's yours now, and is present. And then there's candles all over the place, mostly white, but a few red ones. no, and they're all like candles, no birthday candles or anything. And there is a grate in the floor, and the floor is slightly slanted so that all of the floor empties
Goes to the grate.
in the grate. Yeah. Eddie, at some point fairly soon after Gianna leaves, Sebastian will open the door. He doesn't knock. He opens the door. He looks in and says, "Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I have people need to be here. Is this okay, or would you like to be alone?"
Put them in different rooms.
Okay. Yeah. Will do.
Already bunking on the floor anyway.
Okay. Thank you, sir. And he will close the door. And then he will distribute the people elsewhere. All right. Eventually, Sebastian, once he's got everything squared away upstairs, he will come down into the chapel area.
Excellent. Where is Eddie?
He is in the old chapel, mister. He
And said when we're done that he would like a word with you.
I will have him here for this. I will go and get him.
That's fine. I'll go with you.
And go up to the old chapel. Open the door.
What you probably see is Eddie staring at a wall. His claws are out, and he is just scratching down the wood of the wall, like very focused, kind of like thinking. You know what I mean? His mind is elsewhere, but he's just digging his claws through the wood in the same exact spot over and over again.
What is it, Eddie? Are you not joining us?
I want to walk towards Ivan.
Okay, you walk towards Ivan.
And I put my hand on the door, and I shut the door, so it's just me and him in the chapel, the old chapel. Now it's just a skeleton of a room. I close it. Does it have a little lock? Like a little...
Yeah, I mean, there's a deadbolt on the door.
I turn the deadbolt.
The moment Eddie shuts me out of the room, I'm going ob 10-4.
Okay.
Tenebrous form.
Are you seeping under the door?
Yep, I'm going along the wall. I'm not being in this room. Eddie's... I don't even know what the
Can I see that?
You can see that there is shadow coming under the door, yeah. You can't really do much about it.
Can she understand me when she's like that?
Yeah.
Gianna, I would like privacy. This conversation is not for you. I yell at a shadow coming under the door.
Gianna will just barely be under the door out of Eddie's eyesight, but she's staying right fucking here.
It's okay if you hear it. It's fine.
Good, because I'm going to.
So as far as I know, she's going. I want to turn to Ivan, and I would like to use one of my moves. It is brand new, and it's called Sense the Beast from Animalism. And what it does is I use a Resolve plus Animalism versus his Composure plus Subterfuge. And I would like to see if he is a vampire.
Okay.
So I am rolling... Hold on, I just forgot what it was that I'm rolling.
I have to roll
plus Animalism, which is not very good.
Eddie thinks he's some kind of demon.
Yeah. I wonder, I do wonder what will happen if you fail this roll. I'm intrigued to find that out.
Probably I can't tell what he is.
No. I know,
okay.
mechanically what will happen.
Character!
It says to roll Animalism, and
Yeah.
I don't see how I can possibly do that.
You do it as a modifier after.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
I only have... Okay, dig it. All right, so Resolve... Resolve...
Good roll there, Ivan.
2 dice, not bad.
Willpower reroll.
2.
No, this is so much more fun.
Yeah, no, leave it this way. So I just got this power. I'm not as good at this. So while very close to him, I just like and smell him. My claws are out, my teeth are sharp, very animal-like, just sort of
rippling. The feathers are rippling a little bit more than normal at this point.
Like, do I sense anything?
You get this sense that there is a being in front of you. It is fleshly. It has a pulse, or no, sorry, it does not. It does not. It does not. That was not a cute slip of hidden information. It does not have a pulse. So there is a being in front of you. It smells of whatever it last interacted with. It does not.
It smells of vampire and werewolf.
So here's the thing: vampires don't have a smell. Vampires, they don't secrete their own like odor or pheromones or anything. So you smell like whatever you last dealt with. So it smells like blood and car seat. And otherwise nothing, basically.
Ivan, I'm going to ask you a question. And you have always been honest. Then I expect an honest answer.
Of course.
Are you one of them?
What? One of what?
Are you one of them? And my claws kind of scratch the door a little bit as it goes down. Just... I know that they are real, Ivan. I know that they exist. Every night I would hold her, Ivan, as she wept and shook in panic and horror. She would scream, Ivan, that they were tearing at her, tormenting her. And I just keep kind of walking closer and closer. I'm not going to attack you, but it looks like I'm just purely...
Don't say I'm not going to attack you.
Then it looks like he's going to fucking rip you in half.
Yeah.
Every night I would hold her as she shrieked and clawed at her own mind. Do you know what she said, Ivan? I would look for them, but I could not find them. I would ask what was hurting her. Do you know what she would say? Angels, Ivan. My mother was tormented by angels. Every night she withered away. She would not eat, she could not sleep, and she died sick and pathetic in my arms. Are you one of them? And I am like nose to nose with you now.
Thinking of how Ivan would respond to that. Wow.
Do it in real time.
All right. Fascinating, Eddie. Complicated answer. For what are we if not, some call us demons? Some would call us angels, monsters. It is a philosophical question.
No, it's not. I am a vampire. I am a creature of the night. I am an undead body that is forced to walk around and eat other vampires. That is what I am. Ivan, are you the same? I cannot smell you. Ivan, I do not know what you are. I know that you are Zamisi, or that is what you say or claim to be. But how do I know that you are not one of the enemy? How do I know that you are not an angel from on high? You care about cleanliness, symmetry, and you added angels to a T. You had wings, Ivan. I do not have wings. I have not seen another vampire with wings.
You have not seen another vampire like me, Eddie.
I have seen Conrad Heller. Conrad Heller did not have wings. I have seen vampires turn into birds that eat not what you were. You were a seraphim. I have read of angels. I have studied of angels. I have read the Bible. You were an angel, but are you really, or was it just a flesh trick of bones and meat? Did you kill my mother, Ivan? Do you know who did?
Eddie.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Resolve and composure.
Okay.
At minus, what's your inhumanity?
Oh,
Uh-oh. My inhumanity is 5.
-2.
Oh!
that's bad.
Oh,
Okay, so does this mean that the beast comes out a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a little
Okay.
bit.
Yeah.
I claws out, grab Ivan, pick him up, slam him to the wall, and headbutt him in the face once with my claws like in his chest, and just go, "Did you kill my mother, Ivan?"
I'm coming out from under the door.
That's fine. That'll take you a second, but that is your stated action. Ivan, what are you doing?
Ivan is going to unfurl and try and break the door behind him to get away from Eddie.
Interesting. Okay. Eddie, strength and brawl. Ivan, strength and also brawl, actually. But versus the door.
Oh, hold on, I gotta hit brawl first.
So it's essentially, we're going to see who does better, and that's which thing happens.
6.
I am going to use a willpower reroll though,
Okay.
This is my business.
because
Oh, I also get a +1 for. No, that's if I'm like, I'm not really fighting him. I'm just losing my marbles.
Well, you're using... Yeah, no, you do get your +1. Roll your +1 because of your... Or whatever your potence rating is, right? Do you have potence right now?
I do. No, I didn't activate potence. I don't. He's not thinking right now. I didn't activate prowess, but I do have 2 levels of potence.
So here's the thing: the beast always makes you attack in the most powerful way you can. You don't.
Okay, then I have 1 specialty for brawl when fighting canites, and I do have 2 prowess or 2 potence.
So
Potence doesn't
roll.
add to dice.
oh, and so does Ivan currently.
Potence just adds to the damage, but that's
I was going to say Ivan still has a bunch of bonuses and
So-
stuff.
yeah. So Eddie, roll your extra 1.
How do I do that?
Just /roll space 1d10.
I got a 6, and then
That edges you up by 1.
I do what with my potence?
The potence. So the potence is going to matter now. So your fists would normally not do very much damage on their own. It would just be based on whatever extra you rolled. So you got your 1 plus your potence. So how much potence do you have at the moment? Just 2?
I have 2 potence. Yeah.
Okay, so you do 3 superficial damage. Or no, because you're grabbing with your claws, weren't you?
I gripped him with my claws, but I headbutted him with my head. So I wouldn't say I was attacking with my claws. I was sort of
So my question is, so
like
you say you
Wolverine
gripped him
holding.
with your claws, meaning like...
The claws do
They dug in.
Aggravated damage.
Okay,
No,
so...
they do aggravated to mortals, not vampires.
I'm not trying to fight you. I didn't mean for this to happen.
No, this is the beast. It's not you no more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the claws only do aggravated to mortals, not vampires.
Yeah, it wouldn't do aggravated damage.
Really?
But I think they
I
only
think
do,
it's when you
They're
add the
level 1 power. There's no way they do aggravated damage to a
no.
vampire.
But I think they do like 1 or 2 extra baby damage or something. But
Hang on.
Silverfish. Yeah.
Because this
This
is
is a
something
good
that I thought I
question.
had figured out already, and now I'm realizing that I don't.
I thought they did Ag 2 in the beginning, and that's why I was like, yeah, I'll take claws.
They do to mortals.
Yeah.
Yeah, to mortals they do.
They always used to do ag, but I'm willing to believe that they don't now. But regardless,
I
They
can
were
cut off a
level 3 power back then, right?
level 2. It was.
Yeah,
they
it's
were
a
level 2.
standard-
But
was a
again, it was
standard
broken back then.
Gangrel starting package. While I'm trying to find that, regardless, we'll deal with the actual damage in a moment. But yeah, Eddie definitely gropes and headbutts the shit out of Ivan. You're not, no matter what, it's going to be like 3 levels of damage. The question is whether some of it is ag or not. So I'll let you know that here in just a second. However, Ivan does unfurl into his full form because he didn't release it. He just has been like holding it in. So Ivan, yeah, you can still speak here though.
So I asked you, did you kill my mother? Do you know the ones who did?
No, and quit being a fool.
Gianna has a thing.
Gianna, so next round, Gianna can come out from under the door and take
Gianna
an
literally
action.
wants to cover Eddie, head to toe, in shadow, cover his face, cover his arms, just cover him, coat him in shadow.
Interesting.
Can I still?
She will blind him by doing
So it's going to be your occult, or sorry, dexterity plus ob 10. Eddie would resist with whatever it is that people resist. It's going to be, sorry, it's going to be, I'm trying to like do two things at once. It's going to be resolve, no, dexterity to try to get rid of you.
Just straight dexterity?
It's going to be...
I don't have a physical form. Can't
my
he
God.
not do that?
No, he's trying to like get away from you.
Okay, so dodge me. He's trying to dodge me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just straight dexterity?
No, it's dex plus...
I
hang on.
messy critted!
Dex and
Oh,
athletics.
that makes me
There we
so
go.
happy. This is so good.
This is why we need to have more Volderies.
I'm glad I'm not here.
I 7 messy
I'm not
critical.
there.
Oh my god!
Hold on.
I blow her away.
What, I can re-roll 2 dice or 3 dice? A 5 is a success or no?
No, 6s.
Okay, then I can re-roll 3 dice with a willpower re-roll. Boop. I
The
have
messy 8 versus messy 7.
8. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, so because they're messy and they're crits,
I'm not gonna willpower reroll.
things are going to happen. So just hang on.
What's happening?
Hi, Crystal Fryer.
This
I
is gonna-
assume that's how I say your name. Fire? Crystal Fire? Hello. You walked in at a funny time.
Okay, Eyes of the Beast, Wit of the Feather. First off, Feral Weapons is level 2.
Yes.
Level
2 Protean.
Veritable Daggers. +2 modifier to their brawl damage and causes aggravated health damage to mortals. Superficial damage inflicted from feral weapons is not halved.
Oh,
that's
there
not
you go.
bad.
That's the difference.
Okay.
Yeah, so you do full damage even though it is superficial.
What? How much damage do I do?
And you get a +2 to your brawl. So you did. So you
That's
rolled. You rolled. Well, I need you to roll those extra 2 actually to figure out exactly how many.
Okay, is that a D10 or roll?
Yeah. So / roll 2d10. / roll space 2d10.
10.
So that's 2 more successes. So that's 3 successes plus 2 from potence. So that's 5 levels of superficial damage that is not halved done to Ivan. And then
Where's fortitude come in with that from me? Well, that just adds some
fortitude.
boxes, right?
Yeah, unless you have some of the other bits.
Well, I gave him a draft before he went to go fight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is how he has it at all.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Gianna, you're trying to cover him. Eddie, you're trying to get out of the way.
I mean, can she hurt me? Is it hurting me?
You have no
That's-
idea yet. It hasn't happened.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
also personally.
Hang on. Here's what's going on from your perspective. Is you are very fucking angry,
Yes.
and then this shadow
Okay.
is creeping its way up you. The only thing that you can feel before anything happens is that it's very cold.
So yeah, I'm gonna like jump backwards to kind of like go through it to get like away from it, and then just like claw into the ground and like basically be on all fours and just like
Okay.
like just wide-eyed fucking like am I being attacked right now? Like is you know what I mean? Are they up on me?
Zed, I have a potential way to resolve this on both our ends.
I mean, I had my thoughts, but share yours first.
So my idea was that since we both messy critted, he can jump away, but like maybe I still like am around his ankles. But what I'm figuring is like I'm messy critted. I'm able to hold on to him in some way, form, or fashion. But I also want to scream at him for being an idiot.
Can
So is there some way I can like
Talk,
half
then.
transition back out of it to let my beast kind of scream at him for being a moron?
No.
Or is it?
like-
Okay.
No.
You could, like,
so,
wrap around my
Then
eyes.
whatever you were going to do, go with it.
so here's what happens. From a messy critical standpoint. Eddie, you start trying to thrash at the pool of shadow, tearing long gashes and gouges into the floor. You attempt to harm Gianna, but Gianna cannot currently be harmed by physical damage. However, Gianna, rather than cover you in shadow, instead forces her way inside of your mouth, nose, ears, eyes. You are currently blinded and deafened. And also I need you to make a resolve plus composure roll.
That was so much better. Wow.
Any modifiers?
No.
7 critical.
Okay. You don't entirely lose your sanity from this. In fact, you can choose to come out of your frenzy if you would like.
Yes, I think this will, because now if I can't see, I can't hear, he needs to like calm down in order to sort of feel the area around him, because that's what he would do instinctually. Like, if he
And
did-
in fact, your brain is cold.
oh, it's like he ate ice cream too fast.
Yeah, like your whole head is numb.
All right, then I get down on the floor so my hands can feel it, kind of like so I can feel again instinctually, like he can feel vibrations in the floor or something, anything at all. But he is.
You're trying to ground yourself.
I'll definitely be calm. And
Okay.
Grip the ground. And
So you're not going to be able to like. Okay. In your mind, perhaps you calmly, kneel down to the floor. What actually happens is you flop on your back, and then sort of from there you flip over. You would be growling if you could do anything other than make a sort of a gurgling noise right now. Yeah. And you are on all fours on the ground. Ivan, you get an action.
Ivan is going to re-knit, go
Okay.
over to Eddie, kneel down, getting right up to Eddie like Eddie was. If I killed your mother, you would know
I
it.
can't hear him, can I?
No, you cannot, but he does this
Oh.
anyway. And Ivan, that's fine. You don't know that he can't hear you necessarily.
Yes.
So
Would
say
I be
that
able to pull just far
hang
enough
on.
away from
Ivan,
this here?
say that again, please, because you got a little cut off at the end.
If I killed your mother, you would know it.
Cool. Gianna, what were you saying?
Could I pull just enough away from Eddie's ears so that he can hear this? This was the whole point. I wanted him to fucking listen. Just enough.
Yeah, I'm willing to say that. Okay, so you hear Eddie. You know what, like the sound when you like cup your hands over your ears, right? That just sort of like whoosh noise. So that's all you're hearing until it stops, and then you hear Ivan say that. We can drop out of rounds and be in RP mode again if you guys all agree, but I need all three of you to agree.
Yes.
Agree.
Okay, cool.
Eddie stands up.
Kiana
Still can't
pours
see.
out of Eddie's face.
Okay.
Feeling better?
Do you know anything about them? You are a holy man.
I take this form for my own reasons. After all, we should all strive for divinity, and until I am God itself, this is as close as one can get. Currently.
Do you seek to destroy them?
I seek to lead them, of course.
We see them when we die. Correct?
That was not my experience.
You've seen them.
You're asking if I have ever seen an angel?
Yes.
To the best of my knowledge, no. Aside from in books, in theories.
But you know that they're real.
Perhaps. That is again, philosophical debate.
No. They are out there. And if the only way to reach them is to die, then when I die, I will seek them. I will seek the gates of heaven and I will tear them down. And when that day comes, Ivan, if you are on their side, I will not look for you on the battlefield. But if I find you, well, it will be an honor facing you truly.
A suggestion, Eddie. Instead of waiting for death to seek your enemy, tear down the gates of heaven itself and kill all angels and God itself. Why not?
That's the plan. But I don't know
Then
how.
we fight on the same side.
Gianna's gonna reform standing next to Ivan.
What the fuck are you two talking about? If I march on the gates of heaven, if I take my unholy undead body to them, if I feast on the hearts of angels, tear out the wings, and burn their halos, you would join me?
It would be a pleasure.
They are not the ones I have faith in.
What'd you say?
They are not the ones I have faith in. I would join you as well, if it were possible. Eddie, we are truly on the same side.
I misjudged you. I am sorry, Ivan.
Your ferocity is a credit to you. Simply keep it pointed in the right direction.
Do you require my blood to heal? It's the least I can do.
I will be spending much blood this evening. So yes, I will take that gift.
I apologize the only way I know how.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Take our
Ivan, so you drink from Eddie?
Yeah.
Okay. You are, for now, 1 point blood bonded to Eddie, but don't bother, because I have suspicions about your plans for the evening, and I doubt it'll last. Okay.
Yay! We're all together again. Happy family.
I come downstairs. I go wherever they want me to go. I'm completely back to normal.
Cool.
Oh,
We're going back.
Congratulations.
I'm glad I
all
was not there.
delusional monsters.
I just have blood on my hands. That's the only.
Yay, Crystal Fire! Thank you.
woo! Thank you, Crystal Fire.
I'm so glad I was not there.
Were we both just awkwardly sitting in silence down here? Okay.
Like,
Yeah, every once in a while I just look over at Roxy and like remind myself in my head, oh yeah, I hate her.
Okay. All right. Well, with that, and also me generally having some idea of what is about to come next, I'm going to go ahead and have us take our break now.
Okay.
So it's going to be about 3 to 5 minutes. We usually try to keep them pretty quick. And I think that'll be better than to say try to do it after we've, begun doing our all the various things that are likely to come next. So,
We have so many plans.
yes. To that end, by the way, I love Super Deep RP, but remember the game does technically end around 3-ish. So
I know, sorry.
no, it's okay. It's okay. This was a good scene.
Are we allowed to go to 4?
We'll talk. Okay, so
Because we might need it.
anywho, we will be back as soon as we possibly can. Thank you very much. Please stick with us. We love you all. And we will return in just a moment. Bye.
Sergeant First Class Mark Wood.
That'd be awesome.
And you can play a rogue skater.
I like.
No one
the
actually heard the awesome thing. I was saying, quick, someone reveal something deeply personal and embarrassing as we transition back live. Except I was muted, so no one heard me say that, but we are now live.
I think that was just as good.
I am updating my notes on Ivan in my book. He's
Angel.
now an ally who not only wants to hunt angels, but kill and become God.
Eddie will remember this.
Just good times with the Sabbat, folks. Good times with the Sabbat.
So, you guys head back down to the chapel where Sebastian is waiting, and uncertain of exactly what to do, he has removed his shoes and jacket.
I like how at this point Ivan returns. We see he's got a bloody holes in his clothing, and we're just like,
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, oh, apparently they had a discussion.
Gianna swam into my nose.
She made my brain cold on the inside.
Gave me brain freeze.
Okay. So, Ivan, you're in the driver's seat. How would you like to get this started?
But Isaac drives. All right. Now that we are all settled, please sit.
Sebastian sits in the middle of the floor where he was standing before.
Ivan. In a circle.
Yeah,
Evan
where?
has the look of are you really telling me how to run a ritual? But
I'm asking. He said sit. He didn't say who.
Or where?
Ivan was looking out at everyone else.
Okay, so
We'll just sit at the pews.
I sit wherever he wants us to sit, yeah.
okay. Sure, in the pews. I sit down.
We are gathered here today to honor the dedication and strength and commitment of Sebastian. The very first night we met, I saw you as a project. And I am happy to say that project has been successful. You are a model of what Clan Zemitzi stands for. Curiosity, ambition, ruthlessness, and efficiency. And it was with these things in mind I gift to you never-ending life. But first, you must die. And Ivan is going to fully unfurl again.
Yay!
Because Sebastian hasn't seen it.
Sebastian stands up. As you unfurl, he begins weeping, and then the tears. It's not sadness or sorrow, but it's not entirely like weeping for joy either. He's just overcome with every emotion at once, essentially. But he stands there and just tears streaming down. and he opens his arms as if to go in for a hug.
And Ivan will curl around Sebastian. And with almost tenderness, except not.
Almost. Yeah, almost.
And the very model of a terrifying Zemisi. Yes.
Beautiful Zamisi.
And will drain Sebastian just before that point of death. And will unfurl, placing, I'm going to say that we have an altar in here, placing Sebastian near lifeless upon it. And the wings will shudder and they will start to bleed, and just drops of blood come from like every feather. And they will slowly, individually begin to drip into the mouth of Sebastian.
That is the most beautiful and grotesque image ever.
That was very nice. Yeah, that was very, very good.
Sebastian, as his life sort of drains from him and then is brought back into him, he undergoes a couple of minor changes. His eye color shifts from blue to being more of a blood red, and he his left hand grows what you would almost call talons, as the process of making him a Semisi can cause sometimes certain minor mutations, and long periods of time spent as a ghoul can sometimes affect that. He comes back into consciousness, and is just sort of staring at everyone. But he's also breathing very heavily, very deeply. And is obviously holding himself back from attacking someone for sustenance.
I'm going to, like, if Isaac has, Ivan has eyes like all over, so I'm gonna like
a potato
nod to Ivan and be like, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go fetch one of those people that Sebastian didn't know.
Sure.
Didn't know. The ones he had no idea who the fuck
the ones he didn't know where they came from. I'm just gonna bring one down here.
No, bring one he did know.
Yeah,
Yeah, buddy. Bring one
Eddie,
he did
that's
know.
beautiful.
Let him feel what we've all felt at some point.
Yeah, one of the
Kill a
ones he
friend.
pointed out that he does know.
Okay.
Yep. You are
Bring
different
that
now.
one in.
You are not. Yeah. You are a different creature. You have evolved.
And I'll just sort of hand it off to Ivan.
Wait. Bring the three cousins.
Oh, all of them. Okay, Eddie, give me a hand.
I'll go.
Yeah, we'll just bring them down here. I don't particularly care.
The cousins.
You.
The cousins come along willingly, happily. They think that they're about to be given details of the job that they were promised.
Immediately
I'm in front
lock
of
the
them.
door
Isaac,
as soon as they're in.
Isaac is behind them to make sure that if they run, he can definitely grab them and hold them.
Ivan's still all out.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
They
That's
walk
the thing.
downstairs and immediately start screaming.
I grab one by the back of the neck and his belt and just kind of walk him.
Okay.
I cover one of their mouths with shadow.
Sebastian.
Shadow play.
Choose your favorite.
I want them all.
Gianna shoves.
Yeah, shove.
Yep.
And he
Can you get
will Oh yeah, actually. Thanks to his extended training, he already has some disciplines. So when they're shoved at him, he elongates his arms to grab all three, sort of like pull them into him, and he just starts like biting the necks, like and brutal feeds all three.
Is brutal feed? Oh yes. Oh my god.
I don't know where he learned that, but I'm so proud of him.
I'm the only one. No.
Ghouls can take all three of the primary physical disciplines.
Oh, right.
During their ghouling.
Oh, nice.
It's
I've
like
been working on that.
I feel
Oh my
like
God.
you guys remember the Sonic game where you would raise a chow and it would come out of the egg and it would look totally awesome and you didn't expect it? That's what I feel like right now. It's like we were raising like kind of a cool chow and now he's like the fucking coolest chow.
He's the best. He's the best.
So his arms all super long above his head.
Gross.
Does he need a humanity check?
And he
Oh, right. Might want to get that.
hugs himself,
Like a vampire.
his arms like wrapping all the way around him. Thank you, mister. Thank you. Thank you.
Sebastian. No more shall you call me master. I am your sire.
Thank you, sire. I want to do more of that.
You have an entire family at your disposal now. Retainers. You could resurrect a revenant family with the amount you have up there.
We will begin. I will make this happen.
And in Russian, well, yeah, I was going to refold back in.
Yeah.
And in Russian, leans in quietly. And I tell you my name. I am the artist. Your grandsire is the collector. You shall be known as the agent. And pull away.
He shudders like you do when someone runs their fingers up your spine. And then he just seems very calm. He grabs the three corpses of his fallen cousins and starts dragging them behind him up the stairs. He just says, "Thank you, sire. I will be your agent from here until the end and beyond that."
Oh, Sebastian.
Do we drink?
Sebastian,
Yes.
that is your room.
What are you pointing at?
She's down the hall to one of the rooms.
Hmm.
That is your room.
Ah, I almost forgot. Where is... I just blanked on the dude's name.
Emmet.
Emmet. Where is Emmet?
I'll go fetch him.
Actually, you know what? I want Emmet to have just been in the corner the whole time.
Oh yeah, that would have been great, actually.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, just set him there.
Man, he gets to be turned. God damn it. That looks so cool.
Except that he's also fucking cowering from the terrifying angel that he doesn't
Probably
like
also
before.
that.
Yeah, mostly that.
I don't know. You tell me, Zach.
I'm sorry, say again?
What's Emmet doing?
Emmet has been just following along. He's real good at doing what the congregation does. So, he's been just sort of mirroring and mimicking what everyone else is doing as seems appropriate at the time. He's been very happy for Sebastian. He's been at times like mildly shocked. He's just reading other people's emotions and mirroring that.
Good audience.
Yep.
Good survival trait. Sebastian, I give to you, gesturing at Emmet.
Thank you, sire. Emmet, come here. And Emmet walks over. Yes, sir. You're my master now. Yes, I am. You have quite a lot to learn about how the Sabbat actually functions. Your old sire was weak and wrong-headed. I will teach you. But first, you and the talking, it must end. And Sebastian will reach under Emmet's throat and sever his vocal cords.
Yeah.
He will heal it and then redirect the airflow using vicissitude as he sort of pulls his throat apart. You hear a bloody gurgling wheezing for a moment. Then briefly something that sounds almost like a child's squeaky toy. And then eventually just silence.
Then he could
Ghouls
learn something from Sebastian.
should be seen and not heard, unless spoken to first, which I assure you, no one will do for quite a while. Come with me. And he just takes Emmet like down the hall to his room, and you don't hear anything.
I'm so proud.
I'm going to give you a pudding face. No,
Pudding.
yes. He's. Hold on, I'll do it. He sounds. He kind of sounds like you.
Sebastian will be indisposed between now and the next session unless someone really fucking needs him.
No.
Nope.
He needs to grow and blossom into the beautiful being that he will be.
And then hopefully he'll survive the next session.
Hopefully, we'll see. Fuck it.
Do we have anything else to do tonight, guys?
Hello, it depends.
I need to speak with Eddie very briefly at some point.
You guys can do that the next night, because technically this is all that same night, and you need to go to sleep.
And that's what I was saying. Like, I would like to sleep.
Michi, I understand. So
I will.
Us too.
We love him.
We love him so much.
So you guys go to bed, and wake up the next night. I need rouse checks from everybody. Also, Ivan,
Our power levels, guys.
you can heal. It's 1 blood for 3 superficial, so it's going to take you 2 extra rouse checks to fully heal.
I was actually wondering if I could have done that when I was drinking from Eddie earlier. I didn't think about it. But probably not. Let's just do the rest checks. Why not?
I mean, you're going to be doing a lot with blood this evening, I suspect, so.
I need to kill someone.
DBM, I would not say no to a Sebastian shirt. We would have to commission fan art from somebody, though.
Yeah.
Which I'm not against, but...
I need to kill someone now.
All right.
There are plenty of options.
Yeah.
Ghouls
Yeah.
Inc.
One of them, nobody will notice if one of them goes missing, right?
Yeah, you guys are down to about 35.
Just pick one that doesn't have like a wife or a husband or something nearby.
None of them. They're all dudes.
All right.
Okay.
Go to town.
So basically, I'm just gonna like go through them, not speaking their language, so they don't understand. I'm just gonna like snap in their faces to test their like reaction time. I'm just basically testing to see which ones are more useful. And whichever one is particularly dumb, I'm going to take down into the chapel.
What is your criteria for judging dumbness? Because they're all going to flinch when you snap at them.
Yes. But, like, if they're particularly, like, slow about it.
Take out the ones that aren't in very good shape, I guess.
I mean, there is one person.
Actually, no, that's
like the weak, the sick, something like
yeah.
that. The old ones.
Yeah.
Okay, so you end up with two candidates as you're snapping at people. One of them that you snap at, like his eyes flutter a little, but otherwise he just kind of stares at you. And then there's another one who is walking around with one crutch under an arm.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay.
Survival of the fittest.
You're either sick or a con man. Either way, I'm gonna kill you. So yeah, and I will take him down below to the chapel, and like, I'm gonna make it seem kind of good. Like I'm gonna set him on the altar, like, and then be standing over him for just a second, just a few moments while he starts questioning what the heck is going on. I'm gonna bite into his arm and brutal feed.
Okay.
Just throw that in the corner. I'm sure Sebastian wants them for something later.
Yeah, toss it on the pile.
Yep.
Okay. Gianna?
Turn him into a suit.
Me too.
In the interest of time, I'm willing to say that if all of you want to
Yeah.
feed someone to death, you can do that.
Cool.
Okay.
I will seek out Eddie then.
So we now have about 30 left. Just letting you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna seek out Eddie.
Okay.
I am standing outside staring at the sky.
Eddie,
Yes.
are you going to this moot thing?
The gangrel? Yes, I have something that I need to do there.
All right. I have a favor to ask of you.
A favor? Sure.
Every time I've seen a Camarilla, I would strike first. Not waste time with questions.
Of course.
I have some information I'm looking for that's not really important to the mission, so I've never wasted time with it on the rare occasion we had a prisoner. But I'm looking for my sire. I don't
Is he gangrel? She gangrel?
know.
Hmm.
I've never met them. They came to New York about 50 years ago. Apparently running from something. And from what I've heard, they turned me because they needed a decoy. I was picked because I was from my country and looked somewhat like them, so I assumed they were a man. But maybe not. And so, and I guess they supposed that the hunters didn't actually know who they were looking for, just a Hispanic vampire. So they hoped that I would die in their stead. I knew nothing. I was newborn. I was easy prey, but by luck they never found me.
You don't know anything about these hunters either, about who was chasing your sire.
No, could have been vampires, could have been mortals. I don't know. I don't really care about them.
Did your sire
anymore.
speak to you at all? Say anything?
No. Struck me from behind. I never saw their face. It's not the mission. So don't concern yourself with it too much. But if you could get some information on them from the gangrel. I know they're hunters and trackers. Maybe they've seen them. Ask about a Hispanic vampire that maybe was running around in New York 50 years ago. Maybe you'll find something. I need to meet them.
That was going to be my next question. Do you want them staked? Do you want them killed? Do you want a message delivered?
I need to speak with them, if I could. Have them come to me, or me go to them.
Message.
I need to offer them a place in the Sabbat if they are not with us already.
Hoping to recruit them, if possible.
Yes. From there, I will.
How do you want them to get a hold of you?
I'm here.
Phone number? I don't know if I want to give them our location.
Tell them that they can find me through the coyotes.
Through the coyotes?
Yeah.
Okay. You want me to give them your name?
They wouldn't know my name. They would know what they did to me, maybe. Maybe they've even forgotten. I imagine it was fairly insignificant. But you can give them my name if it helps. I'm not afraid of them.
That doesn't sound to be a problem. I will do this for you, brother. I was lucky enough to know my sire. Well, he is exceedingly irritating, but I do know him at least, and he did help me in a way. It's not right that you were left like that.
There's
Shovelheads have a purpose. They go to war, and they either die or they survive. It's glorious. But to be left as a decoy, simply a body double, that is disgraceful and embarrassing.
I don't know. Where I come from, the way we see the world is there are those who cheat and those who get cheated. And you take turns in which position you take. At that time, it was my turn to be cheated. Now I'm the one in charge of my life.
Damn right. I will ask about your sire. I will talk to the gangrel. Many of them are well-traveled. Some of them might know something, or at least heard something. Vampires are chatty. So, odds are there are rumors about a vampire 50 years ago being hunted who probably left in a big hurry and possibly left a body double. He might have even bragged about it. Who knows? Depends on what sect he's with. But, yeah, I will ask. No problem.
Yeah.
And you don't want him dead, right?
I would rather speak to him, but I would not cry if he turned out to be dead.
No problem. I will simply be a messenger. Is that all?
That is all.
Isaac, for what it is worth, though you had really shitty and stupid beginnings, you have become quite a terrifying creature. You are truly a weapon of the Sabbat, and it is a pleasure and an honor fighting alongside you.
You as well.
I go back to staring at the sky.
Anna's gonna head towards the lobby, both because she needs to make a phone call, and she just needs to get out of the basement because it's weird. She's not used to it yet, so she doesn't like being underground.
Eddie is the worst at compliments. Okay.
Eddie's the best at compliments.
What are you talking about?
That was good.
That was heartfelt and heartwarming, God.
You had shitty and stupid beginnings.
You didn't have shitty and stupid beginnings, guys.
Okay. So, Benny's car pulls up. He does not have Long John with him tonight. He is driving himself. He gets out of the car and heads up towards the lobby.
I'll go down to meet him.
Same.
Ivan would be coming out. Yeah.
Looking at him, you realize that he is looking somewhat disheveled. He's not wearing a tie. He is also not wearing suspenders. He is
Does
wearing.
he not have a music case with him?
He does, but it looks scuffed and maybe a bit crunched in spots. And his shoes are covered in some mixture of mud and blood.
Benny. Are you all right?
It's gone pretty far downhill out there.
How so?
Well, I came by because I heard that you and the right hand, that you had handled your issues. Is that true?
Yes.
That's good. That's
Shared a
good.
bouldery with them.
There's a lot of bad going on.
What's the bad that has you in this state?
My position has not been compromised so much as the new prince. He decided that he did not like the old staff. He has been replacing everybody. I attempted to keep my old job, and it did not go too well. A couple of punk thugs tried to show me a thing or two. No baby Toreador is going to show me up, but get enough of them on me and certainly will give me a bad night.
How many?
3.
And they're babies? They were new?
Brand new. Well,
Is he embracing
new
it?
enough. He's packing the court.
He made shovel heads.
He made shovelheads. That son of a bitch made shovelheads. He just fed them first.
Well,
Huh. They
Ironic.
seem experienced at all.
they do not have a lot, no.
It's good to know.
He doesn't feel comfortable enough in his own power not to stack the deck.
Exactly. Also,
Buffer.
you may have known a few of these. Celine, for example.
Ah, yes.
Ivan mentioned her.
She attacked him.
Was she successful?
Not very. There is now a blood hunt out on her and her whole pack. Coterie.
Well, that's.
Oh, I weep.
Let's
Wait,
I also
so
want to congratulate them.
Don Sebastian is losing his damn mind, however. He has been just feasting, gorging himself every night. He's eating far more than he ever could or should. Just needs more and more. I've seen things like this before. When an elder gets too old, the hunger overtakes him. He doesn't realize it yet, but I'm willing to bet you that he's getting to that point where all he really can feed on are other vampires.
oh,
But I don't think he
Nice.
knows it.
tough break.
Hmm.
I
So
don't-
he must be taken down.
Absolutely. This one here, he's gone too far.
So how do we find him?
Well, that's going to be a little bit more difficult than normal. See, I'm on the outs. They think I'm dead. They did kill Long John. Well, he did his job. But it means I'm not going to be able to get you guys any more information than what I've already got. Now, I took what I had. I spoke with Ming. Well, not with Ming, but with a few of Ming's
John.
people. And I figured out that it would seem Don Sebastian has something going down at the old Dalewood factory. You know, the butter substitute, the oleomargarine?
Yes, I am very familiar.
Reek of it.
Very familiar.
Well, he seems to have taken over that factory and is using it to construct something. I don't know exactly what, but whatever it is, there's an awful lot of it.
So, wait, he is using the Dalewood Oleo factory to produce something for his power structure for this new Camarilla.
It would seem to be, yes.
Has anyone seen him there or any of his people?
He has been spotted. A few of his people have been spotted, yes. I can't say exactly how recently because, again, I can't show my face around there no more. But it would seem that if you want to find him, that's the place to go.
Well, that's good to know. Enemy location, Dalewood Oleo Margarine Factory.
I would not be surprised if he abandoned his old havens. They're all quite exposed.
How many people know that he's at Dalewood?
Well, much of the Camarilla, which means that probably some of the Anarchs, and now you.
And Ming.
Everyone knows.
Ming is cautious.
As she should be.
Benny, in your experience speaking and interacting with the other vampires of this city and the different sects, the Anarchs and the Camarilla, would you say that they are also hunting Don Sebastian? Based on what you said about, wasn't Selena Camarilla?
Don Sebastian is public enemy number one.
Gotcha.
Right now there is a fight for the soul of the Camarilla in the area. If he wins, he's Prince. I mean, he's claiming Prince now, but if he takes everyone else out, no one's around to fight back, then this is his. On the other hand, the Anarchs outnumber the Camarilla by a fair amount.
Yes.
They are demanding certain things. Mostly.
What do they demand?
They want the Camarilla out. And, unfortunately, while no one knows exactly where we are, the Sabbat is known. And no one's particularly pleased about our presence here either.
Thank you, Hubris.
All right.
I wonder.
Yes.
Do we know any of the members of the Anarchs might be of a gangrel affiliation? Maybe you might speak to them and
Or the Camarilla.
join us in taking out Don Sebastian.
Are you
They want the Cam out, so do we.
talking about that gathering coming up?
Yeah, that you called it a moot?
Yes. I'll be going to that. I think Cowboy is going as well. Strickland?
Yes, he should. He's not... He might not even know this. Maybe I won't say. Never mind. I didn't say.
I mean, you...
Benny, this is not the time for hiding information.
Fair. Cowboy isn't actually Gangrel, although he doesn't know it. He was raised by Gangrel.
He's Pander.
Oh, yes.
like a boy raised by wolves? Is that basically what you're doing right now? Romulus and Remus.
Well, he may not be of the blood. It seems that it shouldn't matter that much.
Do you want me to take him?
Punish him for that?
Please do.
I will. I'll watch out for him. I did not know.
Neither does he.
Neither does he. Interesting.
Watch out for Cowboy at the moot. This moot might give us access to Camarilla and or Anarchs that are in the city. I think it's going to bring people from even outside the city, as it brings a large group of gangrel from all over. But if there's any there, do you have any advice? Should I try to sway them to our side? Do you think that's just completely ridiculous?
Well, something to be aware of is that at least one of them is, I believe I've been told, the child of a Justica, or the grandchild, or in some other way related to a Justica. Justica, if you don't know, is one of the higher up members of the council of the Camarilla.
This gangrel then must be Camarilla then.
Maybe. I'm not sure.
Either way, they have very potent blood.
Possibly. But at the very least, they hold some level of importance within the clan and possibly their sect, yes.
So they have influence, sway.
And might take a welcome helping hand.
Perhaps.
More hands at the fight is still a better fight.
Especially if we direct those hands.
True.
I cannot trick people. I do not lie, and I do not lie well, as you have
No,
experienced.
you don't.
Everyone in this.
You really do not.
I really don't. If asked, nor am I shy or scared of admitting exactly who and what I am. But
Why should you?
Exactly. If it comes down to it, and they want to know if I'm Sabbat, they're going to find out that I'm Sabbat. I have stopped even lying about it because I can't. So when
They know we're here. Who cares at this point?
Exactly. So I would not be able to approach anyone there with this style of lying and subterfuge. I'm going to talk to them directly. If you want me to try to sway someone to our way of thinking or try to work some sort of mediary alliance with them where a mutual benefit of destroying this Don Sebastian, which, by the way, Don Sebastian, from what you're describing, he is using Sabbat tactics, but with Camarilla ideals backing them. That's probably the most dangerous shit I've ever heard. So this
At least from their mindset, yes.
Yes.
And him being
At
an
least
elder,
we are honest
extremely
in what we
dangerous
do.
from ours.
Remember
Yes.
that the Sabbat was formed out of the Anarch Rebellion. We
The
learned
first.
what we learned from our elders, from those who taught us exactly what to do in order to survive. We turned their own tactics back on them. That's why it's so dangerous. We know
Yes.
it works because they're the
They
ones who
taught
came
us
up with it.
themselves.
Now, how many of them will know their history, though? Especially the Camarilla with its tendency to gloss over facts.
Revisionist.
it won't matter where the tactics came from. What I mean is, do you want me to try during this gangrel moot
Make a deal.
some sort of deal? I'll do my best.
Some kind of a deal.
If they say no, they say no. People don't tend to like me very much.
Wait. You are asking to align ourselves with Camarilla and Anarch?
Not Camarilla. Anarch against Don Sebastian for a single fight. To take out a monster. A true, actual monster. More hands at the fight.
I'd say he's more parasite, but yeah.
True.
It is.
I would.
Don Sebastian sounds like a blood-soaked leech. Or tick. It is buried deep in, and it keeps drinking greedily.
From the
And
camera.
That you must burn something like that out.
And so Isaac would kind of step up. We want Don Sebastian to live as long as possible. He's hurting the Camarilla way worse than we are.
The
He
longer
will
you
literally eat them from the inside.
But Isaac, an elder who comes upon that hunger will not know how to stop. Every other one that walks into their path will be in danger. This is why we're here. This is why the Sabbat exists, is to take them out.
Here's a
So that
thought.
they do not subjugate the rest of us and feast upon us for all eternity.
I will tell you this. In a choice between gaining LA as a territory and taking out an elder that has gone over the edge, take out the elder. We can always come back for the land.
And I can wait.
That's something I had a thought on. Is we have someone. We have a huge opportunity with this common enemy. We know where this enemy is. That means we know where our other enemies will go to destroy said enemy. If you're saying that the Camarilla and the Anarch both know about the Dalewood Margarine factory and know that Ding Dong Don is going to be there, sucking people dry or creating more shovelheads or creating bombs, whatever he's doing, then odds are good that they're going to send agents there to go take him out. Or if everything's in disarray, everyone's just going to go there in order to fucking, kill everybody. So we have an area, at least. We might actually have a battleground now for the first time in this goddamn city. We might actually have a front lines, an area that we know where conflict is going to take place. If we know that ahead of time. What you're supposed
to do.
What?
What you need to do is get as many of our enemies as possible.
In one place.
Into that place. That is your job at this moot, is encourage them to go there.
My thoughts exactly, brother.
Inform everyone who doesn't know where they should be.
And what will our place be?
Well, before I have an additional thought, Roxy, you have been very quiet. What do you think?
Muted.
You're muted.
Still quiet.
Extra quiet.
Saying,
I hear
saying
a
not
little.
muted.
Oh.
Do you want to come out and use my mic?
Yeah, something's going on with the mic because it's just not happening.
I got it. We're in the same house. Hello, beautiful. Come on over here. Use my mic.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing this.
That's okay.
Is that why we haven't been hearing you? I'm so sorry.
Have you been talking lots throughout the night and we didn't notice?
She doesn't talk much.
What's up?
I asked if you've been talking a bunch throughout the night and we didn't notice.
A little bit.
Oh no!
Damn it!
Sorry.
I was like, wow, really quiet tonight.
So I see what Isaac is saying. And I sort of agree with him. While I think that we should let them do the work first. And if they don't succeed, then we've destroyed already a good portion of our enemy by sending them that direction. And then if they don't succeed, we will then go in to finish the job.
Here's the issue, though. How do I tell the gangrel that are going after Don Sebastian? Which there is a gangrel clan here, right, in the city. Are they represented by a Primogen, Benny? Do you know?
I do not know if they have Primogen.
Okay.
I don't believe that they do.
Well, let's say
they are Camarilla
that are
gangrel. Yeah.
Okay. So of all the gangrel Camarilla that want Don Sebastian 6 feet under,
hang on, Roxy, you can just stay there. I'm resizing the box.
Oh.
Do you want to grab a chair? Here, use my chair.
No, I'll get a chair.
Of all the gangrel Camarilla that are going to be there, convincing them to go to the Dalewood Oleomargarine factory. Again, guys, this is not my expertise. How would you suggest it? I mean, do I just tell them, hey, let's go. Hey, you guys know where bad guys are at? They're at the Dalewood Oleomargarine factory. I don't know how to ensure that this battle takes place. I've never done this.
Get into a fight with Cowboy.
The what?
Get into a fight with Cowboy over it.
That's not a bad idea. Make it look like there is turmoil within the Sabbat, do you mean?
Exactly.
Just like Ivan and I have been playing.
I can talk about how it's two groups trying to vie for the power and take over LA, which is the truth, so I'm not lying.
Well, it used to be the truth.
No,
Well, as far as I know, it's still is.
Well, no, we do not let them know we are fractious. Just let them think that we are fighting amongst ourselves.
Give them the
This-
image of the Sabbat they think they know. Feed
Yes.
into what they think of us.
What Roxy says is true. We should kill the elder, most certainly. I mean, we should not prevent him from doing the benefits that he would do to us before we kill him. He will kill many of our enemies. then we kill him.
So leave him untouched until the very last minute, and then fucking wipe him off the face.
Let them weaken. Let them do the weakening. We have a small army here, gesturing behind at the 30 people hanging around. We need armaments. We need explosives. We need delivery systems that we can erase that factory from existence when all our enemies are present in it.
I have an idea for that. There's a military base that's right on the shoreline. It's got docks. We break into the military base. We steal a fuck shit ton of explosives. We steal a boat. We drive the boat about a half mile out into the ocean. We blow the boat up. We sink it. We swim back to shore. We don't need to breathe.
Is that a metric fuck shit ton or a standard
Absolutely.
fuck shit ton?
Wait. You said docks.
Yes. Not the
Ming
same
owes
now.
us for giving her the docks.
Exactly. It's time to call in favors.
Yes.
Do you think Ming... I don't think Ming will... Oh, shit. She might have black market arms.
She hates the Camarilla.
I don't know
We
what
tell
Ming...
her we have a plan in place to take Don Sebastian off the map. And plus, Ming owes us.
Wait.
Does.
Okay, we do this, but we make sure that Ming believes that we're going in there whole hog. We're going balls deep into the fight, so she will believe that we will wipe each other out. That
So
will probably lead her to be like, oh, okay, here you go. And then less likely to try to come up with some cockamamie plan.
Ivan,
Yes.
do we finally want to play our hand with her?
It'll be nice to get some FaceTime with Ming.
You and I can go.
No, why bring... One, this is a, I don't know if DBM is available question. Two, no, she can come to us. Or Jean can. Or Jean.
John. You know what?
The phone
Picks
call.
up the phone, looks up the page for the phone number for the Pearl, and dials the
Freezing, that'll be
number.
awesome.
You do have a business card for John.
Fine, I guess I called John.
If you're trying to call him directly. Otherwise, you can call the Pearl.
No, I'll call John.
Directly.
I'll call John.
Try and set the meeting.
You're not echoing so far as I'm aware.
Are we good right now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if you're looking at the overlay. I've done
No,
it
it's somebody said in the chat, double the Evan, double the Amanda.
right, but you should look at the actual screen. There's a reason why they're saying that.
Oh.
Oh.
Like, no, really, you're both in each other's boxes.
Oh, okay.
Twice as many, Sabbat.
Okay.
Yeah, so I call John.
Lewd. Hello.
John.
Gianna.
Yes. I think we have
Hey,
a
John.
proposition for Ming relating to a number of things we have done to assist her and something we can do that will benefit both of us in the end.
Understood. Would you like for me to meet you, or would you like to meet me?
Can you come to us?
Of
Other way
course.
around.
Or,
Send-
no, wait,
Set a meeting.
Ivan?
Yeah, set a meeting with them.
We would like a meeting with you. Are you
Understood.
available this evening at all?
Yes, I am. We should meet in the forward lobby of the Pearl. I am not going to, or rather, Ming is not going to be able to meet us as she is quite busy this evening. She is indisposed.
That is unfortunate, but we shall pursue.
I do have some level of negotiation power.
Then we shall meet you.
Excellent. I await your arrival.
Click. We can go now, if you would like. Ivan.
Let us do so, yes.
All right. So,
And we're off.
yeah, let's go talk to Jean.
Have fun, Benny. Don't Eat anyone, please.
Yeah, Benny, feel free to lay
before we
low as long as
leave.
possible here.
Benny, I need to introduce you to someone.
Oh shit, I forgot.
Excellent. Do you mind bringing him up here? I need to check on something real quick. And Benny will open up his instrument case, in which you will see two things. One, a trumpet, and two, in the rest of the instrument case is a long rifle that has been disassembled in two pieces. And he starts reassembling the pieces.
Yes, we'll be alone presently. Ivan's going to go and first check on Sebastian.
A little bit like entering a teenager's bedroom unannounced. He seems a bit surprised to begin with.
Sassy now.
No. He doesn't. But it's just you may have caught him in the middle of something.
No, there would be a knock on the door.
Okay, good. One moment. I was doing nothing. Hang on. And he gets himself situated, opens the door, and he just opens it so his face is kind of, hello, how's it going, sire?
It is well. I wish to reintroduce you to Benny, and also this guilt. It will not serve you.
Guilt? I have no guilt. I just wasn't sure of what you... I have... fine. He opens the door, and you can see... warning! Sebastian is naked, save for a strip of leather around his midsection, attached to which are several hooks, and attached to the hooks are several instruments, I guess you would say. His nipples are rock hard, and he is I'm trying to think of the proper way to explain it. He has smoothed himself like a Ken doll otherwise. Emmet is chained to the wall. His clothes are still somewhat on him, but are being individually flayed off of him in strips along with his skin, as Sebastian has been apparently taking him apart piece by piece. And Sebastian looks at you and says, you see, I explained to Emmet it would be better for him to be rebuilt from the ground up. One must die to properly be reborn, to become something other than what we were. He was holding on too much to his old human existence. So I have put him on a pedestal. But he is dealing with it actually pretty well.
Excellent.
He used to have an extra nipple. Would
Really?
you like it? It may contain magical power.
No.
I have it here.
For later.
It's like in a little glass jar.
Keep it as a keepsake. It might be useful against a Tremere later. You never know.
Good idea. And he
They
sets it down.
barter the strangest things, which if you can never get the opportunity to barter with them, get what you can from and then eat them very quickly.
Excellent. I will keep that in mind. Thank you, sire. So, would you like me to bring Emmet? I would. If you give me a minute, I could take him down.
It is yours to do it as you wish. Your decision.
Just hang out, Emmet. And he'll put on a big rubber coat. Strap it around his midsection and say, I'm ready.
Onward. Then go back up.
Okay. Sebastian follows you, barefoot and covered in blood and bits of things, wrapped in a rubber coat.
What color is the rubber?
Black.
Okay, I appreciate that.
And he follows you guys in. You're in the lobby now, Ivan.
Ah, yes, Benny. I would like to introduce you to Sebastian.
I have already met Sebastian. Oh dear. Oh, I see. Introduced to. Well, young one, come on over. Let me see you. And Sebastian will walk over, stand in front of Benny. Benny will kind of look him up and down. Then he'll look at Ivan. Good job. Good job. He's appropriately psychotic, I assume, for being your kid.
You should see the work he's already doing.
Good. Good. Well, consider him met. Consider yourself met, Sebastian. And Sebastian will beam with pride for a moment and then look over at Ivan. May I please be excused, sir. We are at a precarious moment. Thank you. Thank you.
Joy.
And he walks out. You didn't necessarily notice as he walked in, but like as he's walking out, he's leaving bloody footprints behind him.
Oh, that's just messy.
Has he inducted very many of his cousins? Do any of them like clean it up? Because that's no londer his job anymore.
True.
Yeah.
He's only had like 6 hours, so he's not really. He hasn't gotten there yet.
I'll go over to one of the rooms, knock on the door.
You hear a lot of muttering in Russian. And then one person will say, Da? Yes?
Job to do.
Job to do. Yes, we'll do job. What job?
Lobby clean floor.
Okay.
Thank you. And walks away.
Okay. In about an hour, someone will be down.
That's
All right.
fine. I tried.
Benny,
Yes.
what kind of rifle does Benny have?
Honest to God, I didn't bother to look up the name.
Well, like, is he like a sniper or is he just a rifle?
No, it looks like it looks like a rifle meant for distance.
Okay. Benny, while you're here, I want you to. There is another vampire, I believe, wandering around. It's hard for me to really keep tabs on him due to his nature and his mind. But my friend is in the city, and I believe he's here somewhere. His name is Artem. He is a sniper as well. You two could probably talk, figure out good vantage points around the city, especially near that Dalewood Oleomargarine factory.
Is Artem also a member of the Sword?
Yes.
I will look for him.
As far as I'm aware, again, hard to really pin down where his mind is, but what he is trustworthy and loyal to me.
Loyal to you. See, there's
Yes.
a difference there. But I will look for him.
He has been a great help to me over the years.
If you don't mind, I have a few things I have to go take care of myself right now. I have some loose ends I must clear up before.
You do what you can. Yeah.
Yes. Well, with me not there anymore, I have a few mouths that ordinarily would prefer feeding, and I'd rather take them down before they get to starving and try to tear off my face. Excuse me. And he will, with his rifle over his shoulder and his trumpet back in its case, head on out.
We now might have two snipers.
On his way out, he says,
Car around.
Artem is great.
I do plan to be at the Dalewood factory tomorrow evening. My suggestion is that you probably should try to be there as well, if your plan is to try to take out, or not tomorrow evening, the night after tomorrow. The night
Soon.
after the gangrel thing, yeah.
Yeah.
join us beforehand for a war party and a fire dance, won't you?
Possibly.
We'll be with the right hand.
I appreciate the invitation. We shall see. Sometimes I like to set myself up a couple of nights before I need to be somewhere so that no one sees me come in or out because I've already been there.
What?
He's a sniper.
Dig a hole. Stay in the hole. Wait 3 days. Prey comes by. Shoot it. They didn't see you come in because you are already part of the scenery.
I understand that concept. I just wasn't sure if you meant you're going to go to the Dalewood Orleo Margarine Factory before, because I think Don's already there.
Yes.
I don't know if you could set your way up inside.
We
That
shall
was the
see.
entire point.
Okay, you're going to recon.
And if I find a convenient way to stick around, I will probably do so.
Okay.
Have a good evening. Stay
All right.
safe.
If we do not see you before then, Benny, if things go awry, just know that when the final conflict comes, we are going to bring hell with us.
That is literally your job description.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be in that building.
I think we all need to get on our car as well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Let us
I will have brought it around.
to Chinatown.
To Chinatown. Are we meeting them in Chinatown?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Pearl.
Yeah, we're going to the Pearl.
Okay.
So we're driving to Chinatown.
Okay. You guys drive to Chinatown.
Oh, definitely making sure not to be covered in blood.
Oh, yeah.
okay.
I guess we like hose.
Be all presentable and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna make everyone shower if they hadn't showered.
Am I still caked head to toe in werewolf blood?
Until Gianna then makes you shower.
Sure.
Hey guys, I think werewolves can smell blood, so we're probably. Oh, I'm super fucked. Okay, just gonna make sure I get all that off me. Oh shit, I kind
If
of
Gianna
forgot
has
about
to
that.
scrub you down herself, she will make you do so, and she will.
I can wash myself, thank you. I am a grown man.
Are we able to clean clothes?
You haven't proven this yet.
You are able to clean clothes. However, Sebastian's last job as your servant was something that you guys did ask him to do a while ago, which was to find extra sets of clothing for people.
Yay, thank
Thank
you.
God. All right,
So,
put on a new big jacket.
Eddie, you actually have a it's a my brain just stopped.
Military jacket.
No, it's a duster. It's a full length.
Oh.
Fuck yes. I'm the most vampire huntery vampire.
Leather?
Yes.
No.
No,
Oh,
just cloth.
fine.
Yeah.
Just-
Dark gray duster.
Pockets everywhere.
Pockets fucking
Yeah.
everywhere.
Simple white shirt, black work pants. Something fairly similar for Isaac. The other three, he presumes you have something already, but he was specifically tasked to find clothes for the other two boys because
The blood boys.
they tend to be messy and
They can't clean themselves.
I'm going to
Taylor's-
leave
The
Presentable
Taylor's
excellent.
incident will be forever in my brain about your inability to clean yourselves.
I'm going to leave 3 extra sets of clothes in the car, in each vehicle, actually, so that in case, because clothes last about 1 feeding. So
Yeah.
okay, fair enough. All right, so you guys head on down to Chinatown.
All right. I immediately kill the first doorman I find.
Well, hang on.
No.
So every other time you've been to Chinatown, it's been bustling, would be a pretty good way to describe it. But this time it is dead. It is quiet. There is no one on the streets. There is no noise coming from out of any of the jazz clubs. There is nothing.
Come before a storm.
The lights are on, but no one's out and about.
John
I
did
look-
mention a storm coming.
I look back to Ivan. Calm before us.
Maybe.
Indeed.
Maybe. I want to be looking out the window. Can I see alleyways and rooftops? Is what I'm keeping an eye on.
Okay. Give me wits and perception. That's a thing, right?
Awareness.
Yes. Sorry. Yes, that.
3.
Don't mind me, those of you watching in the thing. I did not click on Sebastian because he's here. I clicked on Sebastian because it was the first character sheet I could see.
I also have Sense the Beast.
Okay. So Sense the Beast, I believe, requires you to be...
Like person to person?
Yeah, like pretty close. And you also have to know that someone is there. So, for example, you couldn't sense the beast on, say, an obfuscated Nosferatu.
Okay, it's not like I'm seeing heartbeats through walls and shit.
Right. It's not predator vision. It's more like you get a sense of them through smell.
Well, unless it's a rouse check, don't worry. It's up to you if you want to sense it.
Anywho,
yeah, that's a fantastic point.
Yeah, wits and awareness. Yep.
Ivan is going to just vanish.
Okay.
Like, there and then silently, Ivan just isn't there.
Yeah. You're playing that game, are you?
You guys, we forgot Ivan. Just a little joke.
You're playing that game.
Stone-faced. Okay. Ivan, give me Dex and Stealth.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the people who are here, they still generally know where you are.
Oh, yeah.
But no one else necessarily will. Okay, and then...
Up to the Pearl.
Yeah, you guys are at the Pearl. And John is standing out front under the awning that leads to the door. And is flanked by 2 much larger, more burly gentlemen. Oh, it's raining also, I should mention.
Sweet.
It is raining, like, profusely, like, just pouring.
The moment Gianna steps out of the car, she puts up her umbrella until she gets to the awning. She will not be rained upon.
As soon as I step out of the vehicle, I like kind of not super loud, but kind of, beautiful night.
I don't give a shit.
Ivan would tuck under the umbrella with Gianna.
So the rain doesn't disperse around you, making an invisible wet man. Yeah.
Unholy! Unholy!
What a world! What a world!
Yeah.
Okay, and she'll wait a moment as she gets to the edge of the awning
Okay.
before she puts the umbrella down.
Hello, Jean.
Hello.
How are you this evening?
Busy.
I can see that. And I look around
Actually,
the
yes,
empty
I was
street.
going to say much the same.
There's
Very
quite
nice.
a lot happening right now.
Yes,
Many-
I believe that storm is just about here.
Yes. So, how may the House of Ming help you?
Would like enough information to be able to go on relating to military storage at the docks. I assume, given our acquisition of territory from Ming there, that she has more knowledge of it than we do.
Knowledge, yes. What would you like to know?
We need to know where the heavy artillery is stored.
Somewhere inside the military section of the docks, which is, in fact, most of the docks.
Do you know which warehouse?
We do not
Or
know. The military in this area is largely controlled by members of the Camarilla. Ming
sense.
does not have much sway there.
now here's a question. Is it the Don Sebastian portion of the Camarilla, or the blood-hunted coterie of the Camarilla?
Frankly, we are not certain, which is why we have pulled back from most places. We are
Smart.
waiting to see who takes what and where.
Well, we have some layered plans to take Don Sebastian out of the picture. This is why we've come to ask for this information, because it will assist us in doing so.
Please, step inside. We can offer you tea or other refreshment.
Thank you. Gianna is, however, going to try to the best of her ability, make some tactical observations around her. He's surrounded himself with two very burly men. I'm looking for more burly men, or like guns pointed at us,
Yep.
or hidden in the in the restaurant as we're walking in.
Wits and awareness.
I would also like to activate my my Defy Bane and Toughness.
I feel like I'm on good terms with Bing, so I'm not doing anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna do prowess.
Fuck.
And what is it called? Fleetness? Because I now have the level 2 celerity as well. So okay.
I am gonna willpower reroll that.
So you guys are basically just standing there vibrating angrily.
Yeah.
No.
Please
I
follow
only
me.
got two. Never mind.
Okay, let's go.
All right, no, but that's it, and I'm just. Yeah.
I am a very hungry boy, by the way.
We went to Hunger Zero at the beginning.
What?
We went to Hunger Zero.
Not me.
He didn't.
Oh, he
Never
didn't eat his.
mind.
He
I
didn't
didn't
have
want to
his.
eat one of our
his-
shovel heads if I
We
didn't have
kept
it.
you a shovel head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he'll eat it later.
Yeah,
He'll eat it
one.
later, it's fine.
You kept one. He's saving it for before the finale, I assume.
Yes, I'm saving it for when I actually need it. I mean, if I go bonkers here, I go bonkers here. It's not like we haven't done it before, but I'm
Yeah.
trying not to. But
What, Death by Mage? What did I do that makes you so upset? My zeros? Yeah, I'm sad too. Anyways.
I walk in as they start walking in. I kind of tap Isaac, like as we're, because I assume we're like in the rear.
Oh, my
I tap Isaac and go, I am on the verge, and I look at him like
Me.
I'm edging, man.
No.
Actually, here's a question. Do I know, Eddie? Can you sustain yourself on flesh, or does it have to be organs?
You know, because we did that in the beginning, and it like, I think I can do it like a little bit because I ate from Ming's like potluck before, and it was like I
It was
think
like
was
half
people.
as much.
I think it was people,
Hey,
but
guys.
it
I love you all dearly. Once again, you're over preparing for a non-issue. Just
Gotcha,
walk inside,
okay.
please.
Okay, thanks.
I'm a hungry boy. I walk in.
I recognize that you are all ready for things. I'm not going to. Don't worry about it. You're not
Okay,
going to
thank
get ambushed here. You guys walk inside, and actually, they just have you sit down at a table. You are being watched. There are many people around, but you don't get a sense of aggression from them, so much as wariness.
Okay.
They're not sure what your goal is.
Basically, as we get to the table,
Well,
just silently, Ivan is there and sits in a chair. Silent, just
Okay.
there.
Yeah,
Are
to
you-
make sure she's like next to him.
Are you saying all the thugs in this area are kind of on edge because of us?
Yeah.
Holy shit!
That's
Okay.
so cute.
Alright, I'd sit in my chair.
They've heard about what you've been up to since they first met you guys.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, go talk to Regina," and
Yeah.
they're
Like,
like,
hey,
Yeah.
oh hey, that Hubris guy. Yeah.
we take shit. We take care of business.
So they have you sit down, and then fairly quickly, you're each brought a cup of tea, which is blood mixed with a green and ginger tea. So it's a bit thinner than you'd like. It's not as sustaining as you would prefer, but It's the first time in a long while that you've drank blood that actually tasted like something, and also done so out of a cup. Eddie, you are brought what looks like very, very lightly steamed heart, diced and served over rice.
Thank you very much, John. I appreciate this. Gianna, could you spot me like a 20?
Damn, that's a ton of money.
Yeah, I was gonna say it'd be more like
$5.
Whatever the price of the dish is, I would like to pay double because of the kindness.
$5
nice.
will do that plus some.
Yeah,
Okay.
Gianna gives you $5.
All right. Thank you very much.
Oh, use a fork.
This is exquisite. Thank you. Oh, and lovely to finally meet you, John.
Are you still invisible?
No.
No,
He
not now.
turned visible and sat down.
Oh, Jesus.
And just
I didn't
kind
catch
of like
that the
appeared
first
in the
time.
middle of everything, like nothing is wrong.
To set up the scene, because they've set up this table for us, I actually go and grab another chair for one of the nearby tables.
Oh, that's actually not
Add it-
necessary. There already is the right number of chairs.
Oh,
Good.
Oh, they knew.
Okay.
They suspected at least.
Yeah.
I mean, they did kidnap Ivan, so.
Right.
All right.
Ah, it is good to meet you. We have heard many things about you. You've apparently been quite busy within the city.
I trust your area has been untouched,
By you, yes, of course.
as was the plan.
So, let us get down to business. What would you like? I assume that you are here to call in your favors?
We are.
Ming has recorded debts between both sides, and between what has been done for you and between what has been done by you for her, we have determined that it looks as if you are allowed to ask for what the Camarilla would call 2 minor boons. We are willing to allow you to combine those into one major boon, but otherwise, think of it as 2 small favors or one fairly sizable one.
Well,
I made Gianna, Eddie.
my thoughts, and if anyone has anything to disagree with, that's perfectly fine. I was thinking Immortal Launcher and at least 10 shells to go with that.
I apologize. Did you just ask for a mortar?
Yes, the small portable ones.
Okay.
If that's, I completely understand. I brought that with the thought that it may not be possible.
No need to apologize.
I'm just simply looking at the situation and thinking
Feel free to bring up whatever you would like to bring up, and I will simply let you know what it would qualify as. So, for example, a mortar launcher plus the appropriate ammunition for it.
10 shells.
Given the current climate
number
and
of
the
shells.
trouble that would have to be undertaken in order to find and procure such an item, that
Yes.
would count as one major favor.
I do not speak for my coterie. I'm simply voicing my ideas.
Ivan.
Eddie was quite succinct in explosive devices capable of leveling a large industrial building is what we are after. A mortar would more than suffice for such a thing.
So are you also looking to go for the Dalewood oleomargarine factory?
It serves us all, does it not?
It does not serve us. We will not be there. But we understand that it seems to serve many others, and so we have positioned a few of ours outside of the range in order to keep an eye on things.
Many people who are obnoxious to Ming will cease to be alive.
That is our hope, yes.
So in a way, you and Ming and people here effectively do benefit even if you would not be directly involved.
No matter who wins, we win.
Of course. Ivan sits back, crosses his legs, sipping the tea. Everything I have witnessed from your mistress is admirable in the highest degree. She is
Wait, here's my teacup.
of a like mind, I would say. The enemies of my enemies are my assets. We have no wish of violence against Ming or any harm, of course. We have been more than effective agents for your mistress. We see no reason why that should not continue in the future once the Sabbat has cleansed the city of the tower. Especially the bloated leech that is Don Sebastian.
Don Sebastian is not a favorite.
It might be worse than Big Nose.
Doubtful. But if you have new information to present, please feel free to do so.
Gianna looks to Ivan.
And what would new information be worth?
At the moment, not much, as it would simply prove that you have new information. To be frank, I doubt you do. However, we are here to discuss what you want, not
Correct.
what you can do for us. What do you want?
Are we in agreement with Eddie's proposition?
Well, if it's impossible to do that, how would satchel charges rank on your list? Yes.
It has not been said it was impossible, just what it would qualify as.
Well, so if that qualifies as a large boon, do let's say 4 satchel charges count as a small boon?
No, that would also be large.
Damn.
Military equipment, and particularly the explosive items, are fairly difficult to get a hold of right now. I don't know how much you pay attention to current events, but there has been both martial law and an increase in security around American federal government facilities.
You're right. Forgive me. I may be overestimating the capabilities.
I think that you are underestimating the human response to all of the activities that have been happening out here.
Yes,
Your
we
focus tends to be a bit tunneled. What is actually occurring is beginning to have ripples.
We have
Section
the concerns of federal agents and a heightened military presence in the middle of a war, a world war.
Yes.
It is
Exactly
not
that.
surprising that things are tense, to put it mildly.
It's not surprising that the kind are fearful.
And to put a finer point on things, do keep in mind that there are camps that they have set up, primarily for members of the Japanese community, but unfortunately to the law enforcement locally, their understanding of the difference between someone who is from China and someone who is from Japan is low. We have been hassled. Our people have been hassled, and we are not looking to stick our neck out further than is necessary. So if we can, of course, accommodate you, then we shall do so, as Ming likes to keep a neutral ledger. But do not misunderstand our slow, careful reactions for weakness or inability in any way.
No, care and caution. We are unliving. We have time on our side. A world war is like the Napoleonic Wars or the Roman conquests. It is a matter of time before they end. They always end.
Yeah.
living, surviving, thriving, making the long-term decisions. This is what we do. However,
I agree
the
with
sword also cuts as needed. And right now the sword is falling. And it shall fall on the Camarilla.
And unless Ming wants a truly ravenous beast that will feed on everything that walks into its path. This is the way forward.
You seem
think-
to
I
continue
think-
to spend an effort attempting to convince me. Please, get to the point.
We
We wanna
request the mortar and explosives. Is this doable?
Of course.
Then it is done. That was simple.
It will
Something
be
that
Um,
might be of an added tactical advantage to think about. You said that the military has been hassling you. They can't see the difference between you and the Japanese who the military are currently fighting. If let's say everything goes according to plan and we're able to shell the factory, would you like one of the shells to fall onto an abandoned building in here? Make it look like you were also a victim of the attack. Would that be beneficial to you?
No.
That's something I can do. No?
No.
Okay. Just thought I'd throw it out there.
No. Understand, if one of those mortars finds its way over this direction, well, the ledger will not be balanced at that point.
There should be no... is the Dalewood Oleomargarine factory next to Chinatown?
No.
There
Okay,
should be
then it's
absolutely zero reason
Um,
there's going to be a shell coming over here.
Yeah.
If
What-
one does, then I have erred grievously, and your claims against me would be incredibly valid.
And
What-
also the mortar launcher would be magical. Anyway,
Also, yeah, because that would be an
Right.
insane distance.
After this is dealt with, maybe we can assist with assuring the military leaves you alone.
we do not wish for your assistance in that regard. We don't consider you to be the kind of diplomats that we typically employ. We will be fine. We will endure. It is what we do. I am not letting you know the things that we are dealing with so as to ask you for help. We, in fact, would appreciate this balancing of the books so that we may part ways for a time.
Then that is how it shall be dealt with.
It has been a pleasure. And please, relay that to your mistress.
I will, of course.
I
We
look
are
forward
grateful
to-
for the partnership and look forward to a time when we might work together again.
Excellent.
Deanna will stretch out her hand toward John.
John will take and shake your hand.
Stand up. All right.
Yep.
Okay.
And when might we see this delivery?
In a box on your doorstep tomorrow evening.
Phenomenal. Thank you, John.
Of course.
Ivan will also extend a hand to Jean.
He will take it and shake it.
And as they're doing that, he will say, "Please do not die. You are far too efficient."
It is my efficiency that makes me appropriately expendable. That is my job.
I'll bring the car around
And
to the
do
front.
let your mistress. I would enjoy tea sometime with her.
I will make mention of it to her.
It was wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good
John,
night.
it's been a pleasure. I shake his hand.
I mean, he'll shake everybody's hand, and
But like honestly, like I'm not like well, greetings, enemy. I'm just like, oh, it's kind of nice knowing you. See you. You were cool to work with. All right, bye.
what's an awareness?
No problem. Six messy critical?
I'm ignoring the messy part of this. It
Okay,
makes
do I
zero-
crush his hand?
No, it makes no sense here.
Him shaking his hand, I go for the knife.
As you guys are walking out the door, you see one of the other people brings a small bowl of water and a towel over to John, and he washes his hands briefly before continuing his business.
People have never liked me much. That's fine. I go and get in the car.
Okay.
Go home.
Yeah. No. No. Yeah. Ignoring that particular messy critical. Normally, I'm fine to find some way to explain it, but it just doesn't work here.
That's just
All
so
right.
dumb.
Okay. It's now 3:00.
I think.
What all else did you have on your list of hopes and dreams for the session?
I
Or
think.
party with the right hand and fire dance at least.
Well, and I think we'd actually need to move that to the start of the next since it's
Yeah.
gonna be 2
Otherwise, it
days
wouldn't
out.
work.
So
Yeah.
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine with the finale
Right.
going a little over long. So
Oh, actually, we need to place our other ghoul or our other shovel heads.
that can be done via downtime. So,
I was thinking we would just unleash them on the factory.
Yeah.
It was
Save-
Yeah, actually, that's a good point.
yeah. Round 1, mortars. Round 2, shovel heads. Go.
Round 3, us.
No, other way around.
No, because then you kill all the shovel heads with the mortars.
Well, no. You let the shovel heads go in there for a little bit. Wait until
Draw
people
them out.
engage with them, and then you shell it. They're shovel heads. Who cares?
Fair.
Yeah.
One of the things I was hoping to do was just a quick RP thing where I asked Roxy a question. Do we have time to do that, or should we do that next session?
Oh, do it.
Do it now.
I got time.
Okay.
Oh,
We're in
no.
the taxi cab, right?
I want to do all the questions.
We're in the fancy car actually.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the
In the
fancy.
fancy car, I find under the seat a like Lifetime magazine, which was like a magazine back in that era, and it had a bunch of stupid shit like quizzes, like how to get a man, how to stay married, like all those stupid fucking like quizzes and things, and they were super offensive back then. But I'm looking at one of them.
They weren't offensive back then. They're offensive to us.
They're
now.
offensive now, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at one that's like how to. I've been reading an article that says how to interact with coworkers or something like that. And I've been like reading it to try to learn how to talk to my pack. So I've been hiding it in this car. So I pull it out and I start reading it. I go, Roxy, what is one thing that you love and one thing that you hate? I'm just making casual conversation. Eye contact. Oh.
Gianna turns around.
Yep, Ivan's just staring.
I like look back through the rearview mirror and I'm like, I don't want to see that. Like aim the mirror down.
Just one thing that you love and one thing that you hate.
I hate what I am, but I love what I can do, and I want to try to look like Gianna.
Woo! A little spicy. Okay, so in order to do that, if I remember correctly,
Hold on.
Oh, you finally got it! You finally got it!
that's what is that? Dexterity plus obfuscate?
Imposter's guise. I'm not sure. I don't have it in front of me now.
Hold on. I'm getting the book up.
Oh,
Where's
right.
my
We're not.
frickin'
We don't have her.
thing?
Can you pull your sheet up? Is your sheet what you need?
I have
the book.
my sheet
Look,
so I can roll.
Okay.
I have the book right here.
This is the
Wits plus obfuscate.
yeah. Wits makes way more
then
sense.
it
Okay.
goes comma manipulation performance.
To
think-
continue the manipulation and performances to continue acting like them afterwards.
Yeah,
The wits
that's
and
right.
obfuscate is the first. So wits and obfuscate,
All right.
not dex.
So roll wits and then +5, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. 5.
At least somebody got a 5 up in here.
I've had one forever.
Yeah.
Well, that's
So
you.
Ivan.
Look, you've been trying to get. I think you got 10-5. Shut up.
Did you roll?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it up on your thing. Oh, that's cool. I think she rolled. Did you get?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, she definitely looks exactly like Gianna.
Gross.
Fascinating.
Well, not. I don't mean gross. I didn't. That came out wrong. I meant gross as in why
This
don't you
is
just
stupid.
why don't you just be yourself?
I don't like myself.
Why?
Look at me. Well, I mean, now look at me.
Okay. I mean, I don't. I'm only asking because I don't. We're a part of a pack, and we are becoming more and more successful together, and I'm trying to find a way for us to become more dangerous and more efficient killing machines. And I think knowing your coworkers is one of the best recipes for success. And someone once told me that honesty and communication is the best way to form a relationship. So I'm trying to communicate with you honestly. The only thing I know about you is that you are beautiful and terrifying. Well, right now you look like someone else, but normally. Gianna.
Huh?
Yes.
Not even waiting for a response. I love it. just
Gianna.
add movie.
I'm going to ask you about your interests. The only thing that I know that you're interested in are sequins, money, seducing people to kill them, and none of those things are very interesting for me to hear about. But I did see that in my notebook you wrote something. Why were you studying Isaac's frenzy? That interested you more than I think I've seen anything else interest you so far. You seem to like things, but I've never seen you that focused.
I want to know more about our condition, that beast, that thing inside of us. It seems that when we get down to that moment, that frenzy, that beast truly taking over, really the same, or are we different? But if there's so few times that you can see it and truly observe what's happening, I want to understand it better.
Have you ever frenzied?
Quite a few times.
Do you remember it?
Only the rage and the joy. That's really all I remember from those moments.
I just know that I love it. I think I did it once as a person. That was when I was turned in the trenches of World War I, the Battle of the Somme. I lost myself to the bloodshed, and it feels similar to that. And I love that.
Does it truly feel the same, though? Or was when you were mortal, was it as if you gave over to a moment, or you gave over to something that was inside you that you were always hiding?
I gave over to myself. I became what I actually am. What you two saw of me in that room, that is me. That is who I am. That is always who I am. This, what you see now, is me trying not to get killed 24/7. If I acted to my true nature at every moment of every day, I would be a beast that would need to be killed.
No.
It was me truly being able to act on every impulse that I have. That is what frenzy means to me. That is why I love it. I can truly be myself.
I
have a
think
disagreement in there as well, but
I think that you might find ways to give over to your nature without giving over to the beast.
I do every time I feed. That also feels true to me.
Interesting. I'll have to get that note back from out of your notebook and add it to my own at some point. We have bigger things to handle right now, though.
Yeah, it's my notebook.
I'm aware.
No, I'm just kidding. I'll give you a page. Ivan. What are ways that I can be a better employee? I was going to ask you about angels, but I feel like we already covered that. So
Isaac does a double take on that.
A better.
Is that what that says?
Yes, that is what it said.
Employee. I don't know. This is what this says. How to work better with coworkers. That's what I'm trying to do.
I do have a suggestion for you.
Okay.
Ivan's going to pluck the magazine out of Eddie's hand and just lift it up and tear it.
I didn't get to the lipstick section yet.
Quit listening to kind advice. Listen to your beast.
As he says the word beast, the car jerks to a stop. You hear an otherworldly howl.
Oh, fuck me.
A roar rips out through the entire car as it is stopped by the giant physical bulk of a werewolf in its full war form. Another one bearing down on the car from the side, letting out just a wailing howl as it smashes into the side, busting out the windows, and is tearing at the door to try to pull it off its hinges.
Universe form.
And that's where we end for the day.
Holy balls.
Yeah.
Fucking werewolves.
No!
We have things to do. We don't have time for this.
There's fucking shit to do. Go the fuck away, you furry dogs.
Now I'm guessing they don't want to talk. They don't seem like they want to talk.
Should have showered sooner.
God damn it, Eddie!
Oh no! How terrible! We get to interact with more werewolves. Oh no! This sucks.
I have all of my buffs perked already.
Yeah, me too. I'm
So,
ready to roll with
I'm
this.
just gonna bring their face inside and leave their body outside.
Gianna, you better have some
Work on
fucking silver
separating those two.
jewelry or
I
something.
swear, if you got Sebastian killed with that,
Oh, that
Maybe.
would be bad.
And all 40 of our foods are dead.
All right. Well, that was great.
Foods. All right. Yeah.
God
so
damn it!
that's the end of the session for the day. I love you all. So next game is the finale, and then we have the Talking Thorns wrap up special. That's going to happen on is that the 22nd, I believe?
No, the 28th.
28th, sorry.
Yep, because our final play session is the 23rd, which is next Saturday.
Yes.
Oh wait, no. The Thursday, the 28th. I forgot it was a Thursday.
Yep.
Thursday, the 28th is Talking Thorns.
Woo!
I'm wearing my
time?
damn little Leo
Yeah, what
Martin
time?
shirt.
What time, DBM?
What time? Depa bitch, what time? And
There-
where?
28.
There's a bit of a lag. So while he's getting that, around
Uh-huh.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time,
on what channel?
Yeah.
here.
On this channel.
Yeah, on Welcome to the
Pokemon.
Party.
Is then.
Instead of
What?
the cam game, which
No,
will
but-
no longer be running.
Pokemon is
I-
then.
We'll sort that out, I guess, on our end because there is a game that runs at that time.
Yeah.
Oh, right, because, ooh.
Yeah, Pokemon is then.
Maybe it's postponed.
That's a good question. We'll work it out. It may
Yeah,
change slightly.
okay.
We shall see.
Confusion, sorry.
So, regardless, no matter what, okay, so we're gonna work that out. No matter what, that's the plan right now, and if it changes, we'll let everybody know. But regardless, once all the sessions are done, the 28th is the current plan for the Talking Thorn special. If it changes, we will let you guys know. Please pay attention to the Twitter, the Discord, and the channel. Also, please check out the Anarch game over on Soulbear RPG. That is this Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then
Gangrel
come on,
Moot.
Gangrel Moot.
Wait, is that this coming Tuesday?
Yes.
Yes.
It's not the 26th. That's
No,
gonna be the 19th.
correct. It's this coming Tuesday, which is
We're
what
trying
I
to figure that out for like a week.
which is you'll note that's what I had originally said. But somewhere
I will be-
some
I will
wires have
be
gotten
ready.
crossed. So yeah, you'll be there. So Eddie will be there. Also, I'll be there. Because
Are all the anarchs gonna be
Cowboy.
there?
yeah, it's the Anarch game. Yeah.
Awesome. So they're all going to the moon. Okay.
Yeah. It's
Are you
a
gonna
good
be
time.
a cowboy?
Yeah.
You gonna be Strickland? I'm gonna
Yeah.
watch your back, bro. Yeah. My poor sweet boy doesn't know he's a gangrel, or doesn't know he's not a gangrel.
Yeah.
I have to keep your secret.
And then come on back over here on Wednesday at 8 p.m. for the finale the semi-finale for the Camarilla game. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm branding wrong.
The penultimate Camarilla game. And yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet. So we've got not a lot coming up. We have not a lot of time left, but a lot coming up in that time. Also, don't forget, please, our sponsors, so Nerdware, and your checkout code WELCOME, which will get you 10% off. Or if you're a sweetly tiered Patreon person, you can get 15% off your orders from So Nerdware. And don't forget that we have over there a brand new Dalewood Oleomargarine shirt, which I'm pretty excited about. Beyond that, I think everything is in pretty good shape. We're all doing pretty well. We do have some other plugs. Obviously, please don't forget about Rainbow Railroad. We are doing our very best to send money and love and time their way. They are a charity that is dedicated, and you can see the details down below, dedicated to helping members of the LGBTQIA, etc. community get from places that are physically detrimental to their existence to places that are more welcoming. And then finally, I'd like to do ups, downs, noms, and plugs before we then go raid. It's looking like Power Score RPG right now, probably. So let us start this week's ups, downs, noms, and plugs with Isaac.
Up, we turned Sebastian, and that was all wonderful.
That was great.
I think down, I don't know. I don't normally feel like I want to, like, I like role playing more than I like rolling dice. However, I didn't roll any dice. I rolled 3 rouse checks this session, and that was it. But it's fine. And then nomination, I think Ivan. Like the turning of Sebastian was really, really fun. I like that a lot. Eddie did also really, really great. Yeah, I think I only pick Ivan because I've been looking forward to this moment for a long time.
Fair enough. Sort of a like when the Oscars give someone an award, and like you can tell it's not necessarily for that specific performance, but like the performances that they've been building over a career. Yeah.
However, the ending bit that Eddie did was amazing. It was really, really good.
I thought that was, I think, yes, I agreed. Plugs?
I am Shogun117 on Twitter, and I run several games. You can look at the schedule if you want to spot them. They're Mimic Knights, Shadowrun, and Pokemon. Yeah.
Also, there's been this whole pirate thing.
Yes, there's this pirate thing. Come join it. Go to the Discord. Come join the pirates. It is so good. We have like 25 players on this play-by post. It's so good.
Gianna.
Hello, I'm Portia. I play on this game, and as long as someone gives me the box I was promised when whatever new to the party becomes, I'll be there. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter at Mrs. OG Cran. Add an underscore between the Mrs. and the OG, and you have my Instagram, which is really where I do everything. This session was so much good RP. The role play, seeing things play out. Evan had kind of told us ahead of time, he's like, hey, there's going to be some yelling happening. Be ready for it. And we're like, okay. I literally had no idea that's what the yelling was for. So cool. My only down is that whatever's happening to Jimmy's mic, what the heck? Like, that me out so much. Like, tech issues and missing things because of it. Like, that sucks. I am torn on my nom, but I think for the out of, like, I'm right where Isaac is with the, like, loving the out of the fucking blue stuff from Eddie that has obviously been building, but also everything that has been building up to this moment of Sebastian finally getting turned. And so, like, I am torn. I don't know where to give my nom because I would want to give it to both of you.
Sebastian got turned. Sorry, I apologize.
Yeah. Damn it. I think I'm gonna go with Eddie. Just for the commitment and going through exactly what it fucking was to him. I think that's gonna be my nom.
Okay. Plug?
I did mine at the beginning.
Oh, sorry. You did it out of order then.
I'm very sorry.
That is fine. I just realized that I could have done this ages ago, so I've fixed the overlay a little bit. Next up, Ivan.
All right. My up was I got like two really good ups, and that is finally getting to turn Sebastian after everything from the first meeting of Sebastian with the snapping of the fingers and things like that, and just, you're not good enough. Let's fix that whole thing, to Sebastian becoming just utterly clutch and really coming through for everything and just getting that reward that Sebastian deserved. And then also Eddie for just, we had talked offline about, just be ready, Eddie's gonna yell. And I was thinking, oh yeah, Eddie's mad about like not telling Ivan, not saying that Ivan could be good in a fight. Mm-hmm. But no, I did not see that coming at all. And it was perfect. Oh. And, being able to show off Ivan is a complete egomaniac. If anyone is surprised by that.
His hubris, if you will.
Oh.
Thank you. I was really hoping that happened.
Wow.
Ivan is full of hubris. It's true.
No. Well, yes, in many ways.
Oh, and guys, turned down for what? For
would have been better if you hadn't. You
froze. You froze right at the punchline.
Yeah. But I get you.
Am I back now?
Let's see. And as far as down,
turned down for
werewolves.
Yeah, for Kane.
Because some of our people can't shower.
I did steal it from Michi though, so.
Yeah.
Werewolves. What's wrong with werewolves?
Hey, obviously. But my nom is going to go to Eddie for that just out of nowhere beautiful, just the series of what the hell, Eddie.
Pluggy plugs.
And hey everybody, I am CapJack, or at CapJackCross on Twitter, and you can find me a couple places here on Welcome to the Party. Of course, the second, fourth, and fifth Tuesday, I am in the Mimic Knights game, which is currently somewhere in the maybe future, and not in D&D, kind of. We'll find out in the next episode. It's been really interesting. Ooh. And every Friday night for Dragon Dark Days, which is now in Tomb of Annihilation game. So yeah, and then of course here for another week, and then I'm gone.
Well, don't forget we're coming back for Talking Thorns.
Yes.
And then let me see, Eddie.
Hello, I am Zombie Love Juice. I am Evan Jennings 64 on Twitter and Zombie Love Juice on everything else, Instagram, all that shit. And my up was that there was. I love the role play. I love all this. I love the planning. I love when I run a game. I love it when my players like, all right, now think about what you're gonna do. And then I watch them do it, and as playing, I love having to think about that shit. Like, all right, well, what's possible? What can we do? What are the choices here? And I loved it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I'm really glad that I got to do these questions that I've been waiting to do, and have the angel talk with Ivan, because I was just going to ask you about angels, but then you turned into one, so I was like, my marbles. So I had to lose my shit. So that was a lot of fun. And fucking Sebastian, I don't know, man, this session was just awesome. Like the whole session from beginning to end, I had a fucking great time. Even though we didn't kill anybody, and PvP is not I don't like it. It's not my favorite. I didn't mean for it to go that way, but the way we worked, it was really, really well. And you coming in as a mediator, Gianna, that was awesome. I think it all went real smooth.
Sorry for freezing your brain and kind of.
No, but that was cool because it made it, because I didn't want to keep hurting him. You know what I mean? But I couldn't. There's no in-game way to stop. But you doing it was perfect. My only down, there was one thing I forgot to do. One thing, because there was so much stuff that we were doing. There's one thing I forgot to ask Ivan to experiment on me with. But if we survive, we can do it next session, and it has to do with werewolves. So I love that there's werewolves too. I'm very excited for that, and that they want to beat my ass. Was there 3? There's 3, right? There's 2. Thank fucking God for that.
Yeah, thank God. No.
We're super fucked regardless. 2 of them could wipe us out.
I can take one.
Maybe you got silver, maybe. Yeah, no, I had a fucking great time. This was awesome. Nominations. I would like to nominate Ivan because of everything that he did. The talk, even though I completely sideswiped him with what I was doing, he was like, "What the fuck? Okay, hold on," and put it together. Was still able to stay in character. You better chill the fuck out, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And the way Ivan would react to it, did it really quick. And that was really good. And the way that you turned Sebastian, and how much, honestly, how much you love Sebastian, rubs off on me. I love seeing how proud you are of Sebastian. It makes it so much better. So my nom goes to Ivan for that.
Excellent. Roxy. Oh, wait. Did we already plugs?
Oh, the one thing, I have a YouTube called Beyond EMH, and it has a bunch of D&D videos on it of us playing our own evil campaign called When We Were Evil, and I'm the DM. I am running it, and Amanda plays it as well as my 2 friends, Jeff and Alex, and it's very bad and terrible and evil, and not friendly at all.
Good.
I mean, it fits perfectly.
Yeah,
It's a little worse than this.
It's worse than this. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, it's bad.
Wow.
Yeah. Poisoning Girl
Sitting
Scout
right
cookies
underneath the
turn people
Pokemon
into
game.
zombies. It's bad. Yeah, it's bad. Oh yeah.
Because this is not as bad as the Pokemon game.
True.
Those poor
We
monkeys.
haven't killed any children and turned them into zombies in this game. That's something that happens quite frequently.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
In the Pokemon game, we've skinned that panda Pokemon to make a backpack.
We don't want to get too much into the levels of depravity on this channel.
Yeah, no, we don't need it.
Because of the gore warning. But
Yeah, we may someday make a welcome to the party after dark or something.
yes. Oh, I would love.
Oh my God, yes.
that. But yeah, so that's about it. That's all I got going on.
And then
Nice.
finally, Roxy.
Hello, everybody. I am Jumi of Diamonds, and you can find me at Jumi of Diamonds on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. No, so I don't hear myself talk. Yeah, my up for this was definitely the whole talk that you had with Ivan. because you could really feel like the anger behind it. It was good. It was really good. But I also love that me and Isaac were just awkwardly sitting down in the chapel, not talking to each other, waiting for it to happen. Like, I was going to give you just 15 minutes before I came up there because I wanted to see Sebastian become a vampire. So, and it was really awkward. But yeah, so my only down is that I don't know what's wrong with my microphone, so I'm going to have to play with that after we're done here. And my nomination, since I can't give it to Sebastian himself, goes to Ivan.
Excellent.
I too thought about like nominating Sebastian, but
Can
We give him
Sebastian a
XP to
little more
spend,
oomph?
and then he becomes more dangerous.
You can. So here's the. Well.
All right, everybody, we're going to give all our XP to Sebastian.
Okay, so awesome. Did you plug? Do you have plugs?
Yeah, at the beginning.
Okay. You people reversing them, it freaks me out.
We just
excellent.
know what to do.
So good shit all around. I thought today was excellent. I would have liked to have gotten Isaac and Roxy more into it. And for that I do apologize, but time is what time is, and we only ever have so much of it. As for the roleplay today, it was super sweet. I really enjoy sessions where I can just say, okay, and this is what's happening, and then I can kind of sit back and let you all do the thing. I like watching you guys about as much as I like running the scene, right? Like, I enjoy roleplay. I enjoy being a part of the roleplay, but I also enjoy giving you opportunities to do it yourselves, essentially. So, today was good. Today was a good day. Next game session's probably going to go a bit long, and also it's going to be fairly intense, and also my ever-present warning of there's a high likelihood that not everyone will make it out alive.
You know what? We buffed ourselves up before walking into that restaurant, and you were like, come on, guys, you don't need to do that. And then fucking werewolves attacked. I'm glad we buffed ourselves up before walking into that goddamn restaurant, or we'd be fucking dead.
For the restaurant. But you know, fair point.
But
all right, fair point. I see where you're coming from. I do. I lied. I lie often. In this particular case, it was unintentional. Unintentional deception, which I suppose is probably about the same as any other deception in the end. Okay, so yeah, I don't really have any additional plugs for me. You can find me on Twitter at ZX, which is what is written below my portrait thing. Yeah, my circle. And otherwise, as far as XP goes, Eddie and Ivan both gain 7. Everyone else gets 6. To be spent as you prefer.
I'm gonna spend it on werewolf killing ability.
Oh, I
mean,
mean,
know that ability that's in there. It's called killing werewolves. Super
yeah,
easy.
yeah. I think it's what is something like produce silver out your ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be an alchemist.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy that other brawl that I couldn't at the beginning of the session.
Sure.
I'm gonna get the move "Cry Like a Baby."
Good one.
Turn into a chew toy. That's gonna be my move.
So there's an amalgam power with that, and then obfuscate. It's called fetal position.
I do that all the time.
Okay, so we're going to raid Power Score RPG. We're going to spread the love a little bit. So thank you all very much for sticking with us. Please come on back next Saturday, next Sabbat Day. We will see you guys all soon. Love you much. Bye. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.
Goodbye.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Fuck.
Really? That's how you gotta end it?
Right at the end. Fucking.